Anyway, friends, thank you for being here. And we are jumping into Nordhold. This is a cool little city builder, tower defense, roguelite game of sorts. And I don't really know what to expect with this one. I had mentioned earlier that I don't really play a lot of tower defense games. But I received a review key for this one. It seemed outside my usual wheelhouse, but the reviews are really good. So I was like, you know what? Let's try it. If I don't like it, no problem. Let's play something else. We can always jump into more Promise Mascot Agency. That game last night was a fucking trip, but we can at least try this out and see what we think about it, because it does seem it seems like the general consensus is that it's good. We got Quirky, by the way, who resubbed for 37 years, 37 months, 37 years. That's amazing. Also, she says she likes this game, so this is a Quirky teacher recommended experience. That's how you know it's gonna be good. We're jumping in the tutorial. Build your first tower on one of the hex platforms. You got it. Height is crucial, by the way. Towers on high hex fields have more range. All right. In that case, I will build an arrow tower. And I see the numbers. Oh, the number means more range, probably. Yeah. Yeah, 1.5. All right, so I'll build one right there. Because the bad guys are going to spawn right there. Bloop. But we don't have an economy. We need to be able to afford these new things. These towers won't just build themselves. But what if they did? What if they did just build themselves? That'd be kind of cool. So your workers must gather resources. So the lumberjack icon, you got it. So there's a lot of systems here. And that was part of what made me be a little bit not so sure about this game. If there's like, you know, the tower defense part, the roguelite aspect, the city management and city building aspect. It's like, it's a lot to juggle, but we'll give the old college try here. Each worker produces 10 wood. How many workers do we have? We have apparently 2 workers. So I'll do 1. I'll do 2. Assign all your workers. All right. There you go. The first resource building. Good shit. You're gathering wood. Very good. Press explore. The battlefield expands with a random tile. Enemies appear at the end of the path. All right. I will explore. The bad guys are there. Can I zoom in? Here's my arrow fella. It's zapping them. Good shot. Good shot and good shit. Good job, arrow fella. Similar art styles for the king, but yeah, it might be. Well, if nothing else, for the art style, what I will say is this kind of like, this like style of polygonal characters is used in a lot of, I think, Unity games. Is it Unity or Unreal Engine? I want to say it's Unity. So I think that's like, it's not like a stock thing necessarily, but it's like some kind of aesthetic option that is available fairly readily. It's like a readily available aesthetic choice for a lot of games of that particular engine. Again, I can't remember if it's Unity or Unreal, but one of them has like, because we saw this with fuck, I can't remember the name of the game, but we've seen this with a couple of games we've played though, and I think D-Man's right. I think For the King uses something similar. So for housing, by the way, we need more houses, 4 more workers. Makes sense. Right now, or at least at first, the space is efficient, but we'll need more. To hire more workers, we're gonna need more of them. So hire another one right away. I will say, wait, hire one or build a house? I think I need to build a house though, don't I? Hire a worker. So we have, how many things do we have? We have 45 wheat. Okay, so we'll hire a worker. We'll build a house. Okay. We'll do a little bit of both. Okay. I see the tutorial. Uh-oh. Wait, I probably clicked something wrong, didn't I? Help, I need more. Feed me more knowledge, please. I need more tutorials. Shit. Maybe I fucked up. There, yeah, tutorial, yes. Do I want to restart? Can I just reopen the tutorial? Maybe I shouldn't have clicked that button. Alright, sure. We'll just restart the tutorial. We'll just go faster. Yeah, I think I clicked something that I shouldn't have. Let's go real fast. That there. Yep. Those two. Boop. Speedrun. Speedrun the tutorial. Explore. Game is saving. Good. We see this happen once again. Right. This is familiar. A lot of routes, but it's easy to lose. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's look in the house. Alright, so I said done earlier. I think when I said done, I think it also skipped something. So hire another one. Hire worker. Bam. Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is where the tutorial ends then. I feel like there's still a lot I don't know. But maybe that's just like enough to kind of get you started. Hire another one right away. Build a house. Maybe I need to build like all the houses. That's as many as I can build. I say done. Game is saving. Yeah, okay, so I guess that's the end of the tutorial then. So I guess from there, we're kind of on our own. So we could explore more. Let's see, can I build another thingy? I need more. Okay, I'm out of wood, so I can't build another tower. What else do we got here? So we have castle. There's also gold as another material. Makes sense. What's up, Johnson? Good to see you. Good to see you, Johnson. It's pretty trial and error, which makes sense. That does make sense. So level... So 0 out of 2. Each worker generates gold per wave. From various upgrades. Gold and reducing... Collecting gold and reducing resource consumption. So... Just so I'm clear that we're generating 25 gold per wave. Each worker generates 1 out of 2 gold per wave. Or does it say this costs 25 gold? Well, that wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't spend gold to implement a tax burden. Also, is there any downside to this? Is there any downside to saying like, yes, let's you know, have some taxation? Let's click around a little bit more, see if there's anything else. Zoom out. The map is quite large. Very, very large map. I can't say I'm surprised. Can't say I'm surprised. Very, very large. And harvest wheat by building that. Okay, I probably shouldn't have built quite so many houses, but that's okay. Gold mine. Ooh. Okay, you can mine gold there. Sanctum 2. That one did look really cool. I never played the Sanctum series, but they looked really sick. Alright, let's just click and see what happens. Bam. Alright, so we spent gold to implement a tax burden, to implement taxes. You gotta spend money to make money, right? Alright, so I guess from there, yeah, build menu. Okay. And that shows these two things, the castle and the houses and the lumberjack camp. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and do another one of these, and then I'll build more towers. If idle workers. Oh. I guess I could say get one there. I hired another worker earlier. Right. I can't hire any more. Eventually, we'll probably reallocate some of those workers elsewhere. That would be wise, I think. Let's explore. Hopefully, I have enough to kill all that which spawned. Because yeah, I don't know if my one little dinky arrow fell is gonna be enough. I need more dinky boys. Doing all right. He's doing okay. Got that superior range. The one will escape. What can we do about this? One escapes. He gets... Oh, okay. So life points. Okay. He does get nuked, but we only can do that so many times. We now have some stuff. I don't know what that material is. It's like 2... Oh, okay. So it's this. Honor. To unlock meta progression. Oh, interesting. Permanent progress across multiple game sessions. Ars Magma. Acting AoE. Sounds dope. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Okay, let's make another one of these guys. Looks like that's the only kind of thing we can build right now that is not meta progression locked. So sure. Let's do... If I want to like maximize my range. Do I want overlap? I guess it probably doesn't make too much difference. Of course, the downside there is that a lot of that overlap extends to the north area. And I mean, it could wrap around there. I guess that's possible. But maybe if I wanted to maximize kind of what we have right now. Can't see that one's range. Maybe I'd be better off making like this 3 here. It probably doesn't matter too much. I think as long as we have more firepower, I think it'd be worth. And it costs stone to throw a mortar at them, to throw a big old volcano fella at them. What can I do to heal the life points? Maybe that's just something we have to roll with for the time being. Maybe there'll be opportunities to heal up later on. Don't have hardly any wood right now. Don't have any more workers right now. I would say... What are things we need the most right now? Wheat would let us hire more people. So actually, I could build the mill now. I could build the mill now. The tavern would increase their productivity, which is cool. I don't know how like necessary it is at this exact moment. More gold wouldn't hurt. More stones wouldn't hurt. I'm gonna say the mill is more immediate. And I'm gonna say let's have one fewer worker here and one worker here. We'll have some wood and some wheat being distributed, being collected. That is. Harvest's head start. Interesting. Start the next game with more. Oh, if you spend, I guess you spend the meta progression point, right? So you can like charge up the productivity for a for a single station. That's kind of cool. You can also spend gold to make the wheat. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea, except no, I only have 3 gold right now, so never mind. I see the error of my ways. I shouldn't have invested into this one, because that was 25 gold. And it's only 1 gold per wave per worker. So right now, that's pennies. That's peanuts. Not much there. We definitely want to hire more workers. So yeah, more wheat is very much important. Oh, Scandinavian style. Increases the limit by 1. Heritage starts the next game with +1 workers. That's a one-time upgrade, I suppose. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can do it multiple times, but there's a 60 cost, and that is it. Yeah, well, at least we have this thing now, and we can cast that a maximum of twice right now. But we don't have any way of getting more stones. So, let's see how these two fellas do. The news is we're one-shotting. Little thingy hasn't gone away, which is a little bit concerning. Yeah, the 2 of them are able to handle it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We now get to choose a thingy. Choose your banner, so some kind of upgrade. This is where the roguelike, or I guess roguelite aspect gets to come in here. Arrow tower generates wood in every wave and strike. Increased damage. The arrow towers create wood. Kinda nice. Wood production 2. I guess it's 2 per round, or 2 per tower. Arrow tower fires a burst of 3 arrows at a lower rate and reduced damage. But 3 arrows. There's a 3-round burst. Fire rate for your arrows. So the damage is quite reduced. A burst of 3 arrows. We're one-shotting everything right now, but I don't know. Let's see, what's this? Oh, if you wanted to like look back at your stuff, that's actually kind of nice. Banish, I guess, would be to say... Actually, I guess I don't know what banish is, but I can guess what reroll is. I mean, of course, this one's rare, so I'm tempted to just grab this one. Yeah. Reduced damage, fire rate is moderately decreased. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want lower fire rate and lower damage in exchange for 3 arrows. That'd be more damage overall for like single target. That'd probably be good for like big scary things. I think I'd rather just do this one. First tower can be upgraded. Cool. Oh, no kidding. Okay. Tower upgrades cost gold, usually. Each tower receives a price reduction of 5 per wave. That's kind of cool. Okay, so you can really like soup things up then. Would have gone with Bodkin. What's Bodkin? Unless that was like the name of one of the upgrades. Copy and paste settings. That's kind of cool. Used for all towers of that type. That's nice. I like that kind of detail. Alright, so yeah, we could say damage. Although the damage is doing okay. We're one-shotting all those right now. Range wouldn't be bad. Fire rate would be nice. Accuracy hasn't been an issue yet. Penetration, yes. We'll say fire rate. Not a huge upgrade. It's not a huge upgrade, but it's something. Okay. Most health. Focus on the enemies with highest current health. That's kind of cool. You can establish priority. Wow. This gets like pretty detailed then if you want to really kind of specialize certain stations. The fire speed one, yeah. The fire speed one did sound nice too, for sure. Now the reason I was thinking maybe slightly more about the wood generating one is just because we're definitely being bottlenecked with resources right now. Speaking of which, I can't afford another thingy down here. We have 20 wood to our name right now. So yeah, really nothing we can do right now. We have enough wood though. I'm sorry, wood. We have enough wheat is what I was about to say. We do not have enough wheat to hire another worker. 10 wood per wave, yeah. And to that end, nah, I'll leave that where it's at actually. Anything else that I wanted to do? No, I think it's good because yeah, we have a whopping 6 gold. I should probably save up. Available tower fusions. Tower fusions? I think this means there's unique these are just our banners, okay. And eventually you can fuse the banners in some way, I suppose. Like 9, there we go, of the same type. Interesting, okay. Use the requirement. That's cool, that's really cool. Right. So sure enough, yeah, the direction is randomly decided. They're pretty fast. Well, these guys are pretty fast. These guys are the normal fellas. These guys take a couple hits. Oh boy. Well, they are very fast. Yeah, so those guys will get through. These other ones, not so much. So the 3-round burst probably would have taken care of those guys. More health and way faster. It's a dangerous combination. We need to up the ante to be able to deal with those guys. Also, this is one of those games where there's just no way you're expected to beat this first try. There's just no way. It's usually how whenever there's like this kind of built-in meta progression that's like expected of you, yeah, you gotta rise to the occasion. Not so easy. So we should be able to hire a new fella, and I'll use that new fella to, I think, go here as well, so I can get another fella soon. Of course, the next fella will cost a little bit more. And actually, to that end, maybe I should put them here so we have more wood per wave. Speaking of which, get another fella here. Yeah, that one seems like a kind of a no-brainer. Like decent coverage along the road here. Although are there any amazing 3s? That's a pretty good one because then you get like a really good range along that kind of entire corridor. Yeah, so that one does have less coverage across the board. Yeah, where's the one I was looking at earlier? Yeah, this is the one I was looking at earlier. And I ultimately put that one there because the overlap is actually not a bad thing. But yeah, I think this one's a good one. And that is assuming it can shoot over the wall, and I think it should be able to. So we'll pop that there. Have to make tough choices with limited resources. Where do you invest your things? You guys are all just standing around. You guys couldn't be at the gate fighting things. You just gotta be lollygagging back here. Unless maybe when the life points gets destroyed, yeah, maybe maybe something else happens and you can fight things off from within. It's hard to say. Or maybe the second one dude enters the castle, maybe everything just explodes and catches on fire, and that's just pandemonium, and that's just how it goes. Only one way to find out. One way to find out, I suppose. We do have a small amount of gold, so if one or two, we could say more wood production. Could do that one, or we could do the gold fertility, which says more wheat production. We'll do more wood production, plan. And then next round we'll do the wheat one, because we're only down to 4 right now, which is not too bad. Let's explore. A lot of the fast boys. Whole lot of the fast boys. Yep, they're too fast. We're also not killing these guys in one hit anymore. So we're able to take those guys out, which is good. Yeah, we're not one-shotting anymore. Well, I mean, kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense that, yeah, we're not... Oh, they're getting some kind of like... Oh, it's because I'm mousing over them, that's why. Okay, those guys are one-shotting them. Okay. Because the one I just built is younger and fresher. It doesn't have the juice. Look at all these lads. Look at these lads with their I don't know, mixture of smug and like judgmental facial expressions they're hitting us with. So elite enemy chance. Wait, why do I want an elite enemy? Why do I want more elite enemies? Unless, of course, you get better rewards, probably. You probably get better rewards for elite enemies. Brings one random common banner. And has a couple cool spells. That's pretty sick. I do love me some chain lightning in games like this. What about Max? He just brings gold. He's just wealthy. What's your superpower? Money. And one chest, probably with money. 50 damage. Inflicts slow sounds nice. Fireball sounds cool. This guy, building upgrades. Just cheaper building. That doesn't sound too bad. One path tiles, minus 50% chance of branches. One path tiles. There's just one gigantic lightning strike. Shadow Rain, pretty cool. Elite enemies drop the chest. So yeah, so that's like a, that's kind of a risk reward. Elite enemies, they give the goods, and we got a common banner. The spells are also kind of nice. I like the idea of something that allows AOE. Spell damage counts twice within the radius. Yeah. I like this guy's spells. Slowing sounds nice, and of course fire is always great. Of course, this thing, like, just nukes a single enemy, I suppose. And then inflicts weakness to 8 enemies. That's pretty good too. Yeah, the elite enemy thing sounds like it could be useful. Let's go for the elite enemy thing. It sounds kind of nice. So if it means like really sick drops. And choose your reward. Well, I guess I'll choose one. And it looks like it's the Rapid Archer one, but it's less good. It's a less good version of the Rapid Archer one. Oddly enough, could I choose to not take this if I didn't want it? If I didn't want shitty arrows that fire slower, I don't know if I can. So I think we have to take it. Although, like I said, it would do more damage to single targets, I think. I think it does. But no, that is helpful. That is helpful, Quirky Teacher, knowing, like, why would I want elite fellas? And that is why. He has spells. Is there like a resource for casting spells? A spell. Jump to 3 more targets than usual. Spell damage 0%. Energy, here we go. Each spell costs 1 energy. Energy renews itself. We have life points. Where's my energy? Spell is up here. Oh, energy available. Okay. Oh, each spell costs 1. Okay. Cool. Renews itself every wave. I'm guessing fully renews it. Yeah. And you can level up the spells. Yeah, I figured that there was like this percentage meter. Or not percentage, but yeah, in the top left it does show little numbers. Level 1. Cool. Good stuff. But now, I think I said I was going to go for this guy. Bam. We have enough for a thing. Build another fella. We could once again... this one would be more immediately helpful, but this one would help for the future. For future runs, because presumably they're going to continue spawning that way. That was a pretty good one. It's like decent. That one's way too far away, obviously. And of all of them, I'd probably go for this one. Bam. Then, yeah, 10 gold for a single one of these upgrades is a bit... That is a bit, but that's how it goes. Yeah, that one costs 15. This one's ready for a level, though. Nice. What'd I do for the other one? I think I lowered the fire rate. 5-1. 5.43. Oh, maybe I lowered this one's fire rate. It's ready for a level up now. Cool. Raise the damage. Because, like, these guys... Well, actually, no. That's not true. Because I was going to say, by the time the really fast, heavier armored guys get here, usually they've taken a bit of damage. So I'm going to up the fire rate again. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Okay, yeah, never mind. I misread. I misread the situations. Yeah, we updated this one's fire rate, and now we've also upgraded this one. I got the numbers backwards. Anything else? Banner choice. 6. Oh, next events. Oh, okay, so the next round. So this is wave 5. The next round we'll get a choice of banners. And then a boss wave at round 10. Oh, shnikes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We got that to look forward to. All right. Let's see. We still have one available house. We have one available house, so one more worker could get hired before we are in dire need of that. And the next worker will be at 60 wheat. We got a ways to go. We got a ways to go before that happens. They're the fast boys. Yep, they are very fast. Fast and I think more armored. I mean, they have 2 little health thingies. There we go. So it is able to spread the damage around to different targets, which is kind of cool. Not feeling great about how many of them are poking through. So let's do this. Do that one more time? No, that's it, yeah. So that is curtains for us, unfortunately. I guess I could have thrown another fireball, but fireball still wouldn't have been able to do it. Got to see the chain lightning in its splendor though. So that's how that goes. You can unlock more perks. We unlocked a brewery, which is cool. Yes, I definitely want to take this to the leaderboard. Absolutely. New high score bonus. So what could I unlock? The castle. There's the heritage house thing. Start the game with more wood, which is kind of cool. Start with stone, start with gold, start with wheat. The bottomless tankard. No pants. No pants at the bottomless tankard. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, nice try. I mean, it's... Again, I think that's probably more or less how it goes for someone's first round. The one called Marfusha. I think I recognize that one. Marfusha. That's Mufasa's cousin. So Mufasa's half-brother. Who has no ambition to take on the throne. Productivity for workers goes up, which is nice. Oh, if you build it. Well, maybe if you build it. Increase the tavern's productivity bonus. Oh, we have to build a tavern though. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. First beer production consumes 0 wheat. Beer production at the tavern, I guess. Okay. What are these things? Village shield receives more life points. Choice of legendary relics that a boss drops. So you have to get to the boss first. Small issue getting to the boss first. The honor per wave and boss kill. Yes, that sounds nice. Actually, I'll definitely get that one. Sounds nice. And more rerolls. I don't know if I necessarily need more rerolls. But the games with more workers. That sounds nice. I'll take that. And starting with more wood. Only 10 wood though. It's not that exciting. Not that exciting. Of course, we only have 68. Oh, I'm 1 honor short. 1 honor short. Yeah, so I'll say we'll do the health thing, I suppose. We'll do 2 of them. There we go. Arrow Towers, shockingly, did a good job. Good job, Arrow Towers. Of course, some spells got to do some stuff too. Let's play again. Start fresh. Funky fresh. We get a starter bonus now. We gain some wheat at the start. All banners and first banner choice are at least rare. That's cool. Only normal mode, of course. Do I want like guaranteed rare or do I want wheat? Let's start with wheat. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. All right, so gonna look at what we have here. We can afford a single tower, which probably would be a good idea. Could pop that guy right there. About the same, honestly. So put him there. I could build a second one if I wanted to. We have 100 wood to work with, which is pretty good. Not gonna waste the gold on this thing again. Upgrades are a little bit cheaper if you spend the gold for it. Actually, not terrible. Once I start building upgrades, then I might consider that one. Finding stones for throwing lots of the fireball things, the mortars down, which sounds kind of cool. Oh, I guess I could have upgraded or unlocked more of these kinds of things. Lighting that. Oh, the arc tower. Ooh, that sounds cool. Okay, maybe I should have saved my money and unlocked one of these guys, because it actually sounds great. Yeah, which emits lightning. That sounds sick. Raven Tower, yeah. All right. I realize. Now, I didn't see them in the menu there, but it's probably on me. There was probably something I could have seen. Would have allowed me to get these things. Runestone Tower. These sound way cooler than arrows, man. Arrows seem so lame in comparison. But yeah, increases their productivity. How many workers do I have right now? First and foremost, let's get more workers. Let's say... let's get a 4th worker going. I could build another house, but we can't afford another worker. Yet. Not yet, but soon. And then let's get this thing going. The mill going. And then we have... I could just do 2 and 2. Oh! Clicked the wrong thing, but that's okay. It only cost me 2. It was only a little bit of gold, and we have 20 gold left. That's what I click. Yeah. I got that. 40 of those guys left. That's enough to build another arrow tower if we felt so inclined. We could build another one. How many honor points do I have? I have 3 honor points. It'll be a bit before I get any of these guys, obviously. There's nothing else there. Anything else I could spend on wood right now? Excuse me. Or to do anything of that regard, I would consider maybe building one and putting it here. Having them back to back seems a little bit weird. But I mean, honestly, you could probably do a lot worse. I'll put that one there. That'll be nice for future exploration stations. This first round shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so it seems like the first round's usually pretty chill. Okay. So wheat-wise, we can just barely hire another worker. I'm gonna invest into more of those guys. And yeah, more wheat production does sound nice. 15. I could just go for it. What was the thing that says, like, it makes the things more cheaper? Well, yeah, but only at 10%. Then that's most of our money anyway. I'll just go ahead and go for the second upgrade. Bam. And then wood-wise, we're nearing the point of having the tavern available. Which we'll need more houses for sure. Want to build one of these? Let's build one. Price increases per tower. I didn't even notice that detail. That's good to know. Costs gold to upgrade these guys too, obviously. Until it levels up, that is. I build another one. Where would I build it? I would build it there, maybe. It's a little bit further away. That's still decent coverage, though. That one's okay. Pretty good. I don't know if it's like necessarily a good thing to have them so concentrated. Have them all kind of clustered together like that. Maybe I'll save for a little bit. Let's save for a little bit. Because I think this run should be handled with just the 2 on their own. The Kingdom games, yes, I have seen those. Yeah, I've never played them, but I've seen them. That was nice and easy. Nice and chill. So, nearing the point where another worker will be available. Nearly. Go ahead and build the tavern, which means more productivity. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's just see what that's all about. Now, that means I, of course, can't get another arrow tower. Hopefully those 2 arrow towers will be enough. If nothing else, we do have the mortars. Current worker productivity receives a 20% bonus, which is good. But we don't have beer. So if we buy... Oh, I don't have any gold income right now. Not being supplied with beer. How do you give them beer? So I guess that is where... Oh, here we go. The brewery. Okay. That answers my question. Supply beer. All right, cool. And that presumably costs wheat for upkeep. The lack of gold is an issue, and of course we can't implement any of these. Well, certainly not the tax burden. See, if I were to do any sort of gold project, it would have to be the gold mine, which wouldn't be a bad investment, honestly. Not a bad investment. So, this next round, yeah, we're in a bit of we're kind of behind the 8 ball already here because we don't have. Actually, what I think I might even do, realizing that I'm behind the 8 ball. Maybe take that down a little bit and build this one up a bit. I'm realizing that, yeah, next round we're going to be behind the 8 ball. We won't be able to make any more arrow towers. And I'm not sure... I think we'll still be okay for the 2 we have right now, but I don't think we'll be able to survive this round and also the next round unscathed with just those 2. None of the fast boys, though. So yeah, I think these 2 will be okay. And I think they're probably smart enough to not target the same fellas. They're staggered enough, so it should be okay. Okay. We get some fun stuff, by the way. Arrows from the arrow tower deal more damage and have an additional chance to fire an additional arrow. That's kind of cool. Applies to 3-shot volley as well. There it is. And then this one generates wood every wave. Strike. Wait. Wood every wave and strike with increased damage. So 12% damage and wood production per tower, or a chance of... I still like this one more. You guys are both ready for a level. Earlier, I upped the fire rate. I think this time I will do... Yeah, maybe fire rate or... accuracy. Oh, so when the bad guys can block them, I guess. Okay. Penetration means getting through the armor. There's also barriers, I suppose. Look forward to as well. Damage is up by 20. Yeah. We could up the range, which is kind of cool. And actually, if I kind of move the camera here, you can see what that increased range looks like. Range does sound cool. Like the fire rate is pretty insignificant. 0.1. 0.6 of a range. Enough. But let's do that for both of them. Oh, it's this one. There we go. Yeah, that's enough of a range upgrade. Let's go for it. All these upgrades do sound nice in various ways. That one, once again, that's good for like later on. Not like amazing for right now. Yeah, that one's still pretty good coverage. That's, just to count it out, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About a little bit less than, like just shy of 10. Yeah, that one's not quite as good for the immediate future. So I guess I will go ahead and put this one here. I was unsure about putting that one there earlier, but I guess you might as well. Good there. Wheat-wise, yeah, we're still a little bit shy in hiring another fella, which is just as well because we would have to build a house for them first. We're getting a lot of wood next round anyway. Ruby will cost 120, so we got a ways to go. And with building the gold mine. I guess the gold mine isn't like a huge priority, but it would be... I'm realizing that, yeah, it probably would be a fairly nice to have sooner than later. If we wanted to, we could speed this up, by the way, which is kind of nice. So we have all 3 of them in kind of close together, for better or for worse. Those guys still get 1 tapped. I think we'll be okay. Eventually we'll get the scary guys that have like shields that can block things. That sounds like there's dudes that like put up barriers. So there's plenty more where this is all going. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm thinking about it more. I'm gonna go ahead and do the gold mine. Let's see, that gives us 50. How much does this cost? 40. We would have just enough for the gold mine and another arrow tower. That one's pretty good. That one's good. That one's good. Yeah, like overall, this one still gives you a little bit more range. This one's pretty good too, though. Honestly, 1, 2, 3. I think I might maybe go for that one there. I like how that kind of curls around to include that little curve that kind of swings around the bend there. trying to be maximally efficient whenever possible. That's a pretty darn good one. That one's cool. That one's cool. Yeah, plenty of them are nice. That one makes me extra excited. So I'll get that one going. I'm guessing you have to assign a worker for the gold mine. Yes, and it is 6 per wave per worker. We do have enough to afford a new guy there. So yeah, I'll take just a little bit. One guy down. I'm gonna put that one up. Vein tracing. Is that like ray tracing? So it's only a slight increase. Okay. Anything else to consider? Yeah, nothing else to spend the wheat on. I think you can spend the wheat at the brewery. Since we saw something earlier about like the first batch of beer not costing as much wheat to create. Oh, I can still hire somebody. I thought I was still down on housing, but I guess not then. Okay. Well, never mind. That makes me feel a little better. So in that case, let's keep up with wood production then. Keep up with wood production, 64 per wave. We're definitely powering through a lot of it for sure. Definitely powering through a whole bunch. Let's see what this looks like. This is kind of wrapping back around. This is kind of sneaking around. So something right there would be great if that was an option. Short-ranged radial attacks. Well, I think we'll eventually start to unlock those. I don't know if... probably not the arc tower. But, yeah, maybe this one. It emits a nova. There you go. Yeah, that's the one that does like a nova shape. A ring shape. Oh, they didn't shoot that one. That's a shame. That's okay. So one guy got through. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. So brings 1 chest, but you get 1 fewer tower upgrade. Look at this fucking sneaky son of a bitch. This daring lad. This sneaky daring lad. Gold per tower level. You gain gold per tower level. Kill 4 random enemies. 150 damage within a certain radius. That's cool. Cool. And then he has a chance for elite enemies. And buildings are cheaper to build, which is cool. That lightning strike is sick. Then Morton. He brings gold. He brings a random banner. And he's got the chain lightning that I like a lot. Let's go for this guy. Like those spells. Like those spells. Good. Good on you, Daimo. Good on you. So I suppose, yeah, so I was thinking if we could build something like... That one's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool. Like, it's not what I would give for, like, something that could, like, kind of reach across to both ends. That'd be really nice. But yeah, no obvious, no just amazing opportunities just yet. This one's pretty good. Once again, I like when I can see it kind of snaking around. So it starts right at the spawn. Pretty darn good, yeah. Is this one? That's probably about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's about 10 of them. The threes. It seems, I'm sure there are like edge cases where 1s or 2s might just be amazing, but now we'll take the presumed recommended options. Yeah. That guy there. Nothing's available for an upgrade right now. We have piddly amounts of gold right now. Already done a bunch of standard upgrades. Can't do this one. Can't do this one. Yeah, we've already raised that one up pretty high, I guess. Per wave, that's quite a bunch. Procreative power. Procreative. I mean, sure, if you want to talk about procreation, I mean, I don't really think of like cheap workers. I mean, I guess they're plentiful. Maybe that's why they're cheaper. Reminds me how there's a I think it's an Apple product. It's an Apple product that it's an app on the App Store called Procreate. And yeah, they mean like the professional thing you use to create something, but also like procreation means something else. So it's like, do they know? Do they know what they're referring to? Were they aware? This one seems like a pretty obvious one. Go for that. Okay. Otherwise, we're all right for now. I feel like I should probably start saving up though to build more for the brewery. Or, since we don't really have any immediate need... Well, that's not true. We do have immediate need. More workers. So, and I'll keep wheat where it's at. We need to... Yeah, we need to build a new house first. Okay, so the next one would be at 100 anyway. So we'll have a ways to go anyway. We'll have a ways to go anyway, so yeah. 4 workers. That's quite a lot. Alright, let's do another round. See how we do. Right. People that are good at finding veins. There you go. There you go. It's a different kind of vein tracing. I remember that bit. Golly gee willikers, this is a lot harder than working a flash fryer. Uh-oh. I don't like how that's looking. Let's do... that'll be just a single damage. Pop those guys. It's like a chain lightning. That one guy just fucking explode his ass. Do another one of these. Bam. Throw a mortar at him. Actually, I think we're okay. But that's getting down to brass tacks. So this is... What did we make it to last time? Round 7? Or round 8, maybe? It's fire rate by 27%. There's this one again. There's Lucky Shot again. We're not seeing a gigantic amount of variety just yet with the banners, but maybe as we unlock more stations, we'll have more banner variety. Yeah. The fire rate's still pretty good. The damage is looking pretty rough, yeah. Might just go for the fire rate this time. It's one we haven't really tried yet. Go for that. We could go ahead and go for the arc tower. Yes. Let's go for that. It costs wood and stone. We can build 2 of these. Looks like it doesn't go up, which is pretty cool. And just so I'm clear, this is one that emits a lightning. It's kind of sick. That's a pretty good range. Oh, that one's really good too. Wow, that's amazing. That's just a very lucky placement. Wow, that was a good one. Oh my god, that's a good one too. Holy shit. Yeah, these placements are just amazing. Put that one there, and I could build it. Oh, I cannot build a second one. Okay. All right. Okay. So it does. Yeah. Oh, there it is. I didn't see the second part. Yeah, the price it does increase, of course. We could go ahead and build one of these puppies. I'll be curious to see how that guy looks in the field in action, which is exciting. I could have saved up a little bit longer and held up for the runestone tower, but I'm excited. I want to see what that thing looks like in action. Now, of course, that means at some point it might be worth our while to build a quarry. And you know what? I'm going to say now is the time. We can do it. We have the workers for it. Not quite. Can I build a house? Maybe I could have if I wouldn't have built the quarry. Yeah, we just have the 1 gold mine worker right now. We'll go ahead and upgrade that grip. And I will take just the 1 person here. We're spreading ourselves a little bit thin anyway. Definitely need to get more peeps. 1 person working here. That means next round we'll be able to guarantee. I am pretty sure. Well, no, hold on. It was 5 or was it 10? It was okay. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, so it's 15. It's 15 each round. Okay, so we would not be able to afford the next round. A little bit unfortunate. And that's after I did the upgrade. It is after I did the upgrade. Yeah, we'd have to do another. We'd have to do an 18 gold upgrader. Well, in that case, what I might do is for just a little bit here, take the gold guy down. Do that so we were guaranteed to have enough. Yeah, guaranteed to have enough next round. Because I want more of those lightning boys. Those lightning boys seem pretty cool. 46. So we actually cannot afford more arrow towers. Yeah, the arrow towers are like pricing us out of affordability. So yeah, the only thing really left is the brewery, which I don't know what that will. I don't know what the difference is when you have the brewery supplying something for a tavern. Maybe with these maybe like these things, maybe like some other part of the menu unlocks in some way. Hard to say. All I know is we are gonna roll again. I want to see how this guy pops. Oh, there's 2 portals. Of course there are. That chain lightning is sick. That is good. It's weakening a bunch of them. Yeah. The arrow's, of course, doing its best. Whoop, wrong button. Oh, no, that's the right button. Color-coded. Green health bars are 1 to a... Oh boy, that guy is spicy. That's something we use the lightning strike on. Oh. Well, I say that. There's a lot of them. I was like, oh, it's a boss or something scary. And now I'm like, no, that's just something real spicy. I'll level up, but I can't level him up. Oh, I could level him up right now. Damage. Good to know. That's how that works. That guy's gonna get got. He didn't get got. That's a problem then. So that guy did get exploded. So we had a few get got. So yeah, we have 2 portals spewing out, which I guess mean, oh well, which is to say, yeah, we could explore different directions, which is kind of cool. We have a diverting path, which is cool. So up the damage for that one earlier. This one could upgrade the range. Also, let's just do the fire rate. That's always such a banger. Fire rate's always such a solid choice. Got these guys too. Of course, this guy didn't level up because he just got birthed. Still fresh from the womb. Speaking of which, we can build another one. Another one. I like how the wood cost for these is quite affordable. Quite affordable. We could go for this one right next to him. It's a very good placement, I think. But to quickly kind of 1, 2... I'm not gonna do this every time, but just like a quick summary. 1, 2, 3. That's about 15 or so. This one I suspect would be more. Yeah, I think that is a little bit more. Any sort of opportunity where it kind of wraps to follow, like kind of wraps around to follow a path like that, that's especially at multiple points, is pretty darn valuable. Pretty darn valuable. That one's pretty good too, though, honestly. That's the one. That's the one. Can't make another one of those because stone is the limiting factor here. Nothing on gold right now. Still a little bit shy on that guy, and I could build another arrow tower if I really felt frisky. I think I'd rather build more housing. So, in a little bit, we'll be able to hire another worker. Of course, it'll also be a bit before we can afford another one of these guys. Actually, yeah, we'll be just shy. We'll be just shy of being able to afford another arc tower next round, but the following round we would be able to. Would that be enough? Would that be enough? Or would we be better? Let's roll with it for now. Roll with it for now. I'd go in this direction. If I go this direction, there's a chance these could be able to reach at least a little bit into the death zone, into the danger zone. Oh, that's scary. Not sure what that is, but it looks scary. Well, we got another 2 of these boys. With the zappity zaps. I don't know if the big fellas, when they reach the end, if they do more damage. I'm not exactly sure what that entails. Now we might need to power on some of our shit. There's a lot of dudes with the big scary health bars. I got the spell thingy ready to roll. The good news is this holy trinity up here is doing a pretty good job of whittling them down. But is it enough? There's a lot of dudes that are popping through that have a pretty good amount of health, unfortunately. And zappity zap zap a few of them. And I can't afford any mortars. Is this curtains? That is curtains. Okay. Yep. Them's the breaks. We made it a little bit further. Made it a little bit further. What's up, Jet? It says Heroescape. Does this look like, is it like, this resemble another game you've played before? Heroescape. Wave 7. Yeah, I think what did we do? I think we made it to wave 6 last time. So yeah, actually wave 5 last time. So I'm pretty much a god gamer at this point. So, trading stuffs. Gold mine. Yeah, the trade post. I wonder if, like, how you unlock them. How you unlock more things. I guess it's just as you make it to the various waves. The board game. Oh, okay, with modular terrain. And does it kind of look like this game then? Because yeah, the hexagonal approach is... it's quite noteworthy. Yeah, so last time I unlocked a bunch of stuff for like the castle, you know, for like building and that kind of stuff, which was cool. But I really liked being able to unlock more shooty pooty absolutely stations. And I don't see a place for that here where I can say, yeah, give me, like, let me unlock scary shit. Scary shit, like badass, like the lightning, like the arc station, the arc launcher. Earnings from trading ships. Sounds nice. You start with more stuff. It's hard to get excited about starting with a small amount of resources like that, although it is fairly cheap, which is nice. Starting with more workers. Definitely starting with workers sounds good. More health with those. 2 to 4% better chance for rares. Legendary even. Banishes. I wonder if banish means that, like, it never shows up ever for the rest of that round if you banish a type of banner. Eternal Glory. Rest of legendary relics. Pretty cool. That one's a little bit expensive. The first beer production costs nothing, yeah. I guess we could just save is the thing. I guess we could just save and just hold off for unlocking the combat stations. Because, yeah, I don't see them on here. So there's like a thing I have to click somewhere. Leaderboard. Of course, you can also unlock them within the game. It doesn't have to be within this menu, at least. So I could just say play again. Let's do that. You were probably meant to lose there. I mean, I think you could make the argument that, like, if I would have spent maybe less resources on wheat production and more on wood production, then I would have had more wood to build more arrow towers. Like, you could make the argument that there was other things I could have done. But of course, you know, when you're new to the game, though, there's you know, you're trying to find the balance. There's like a rhythm. There's kind of like a balance to expect, especially about, like, oh, I know that, like, the high level, maybe not high level, but higher HP enemies will be spawning soon after wave 6, I think. The 2 portal spawners definitely don't help either. And of course, knowing that, yeah, now it is more worthwhile, after a certain point at least, to invest into stone production, because the gold production one was nice, but it was hard to get excited about it. So, like, maybe less attention on gold. So there were things that could have done differently. I don't know about better, but certainly differently. Do you want to start with wood or have an easier first boss? I like to think that I don't need that easier first boss. Also, I need guarantee I'm gonna even reach the first boss. There is no guarantee I'm gonna reach the first boss. Let's be real here. So let's instead take the wood one. The wood one, because, like, bro, you need to be able to reach the first boss to reap that benefit. So let's not get too excited here. The Arc Tower one we could just pop in right now if we wanted to. It's a really good one. I don't know if it's better to build them sooner than later. Seems like they're always great. Of course, if they're further down the line, that part does sound kind of nice. So yeah, I guess for now, we just play it safe and just go this one. I do appreciate how different, even though the additions to the range are the same, so +2 to range is uniform between the two types because of this, because the cell we're looking at, the hexagon we're looking at, they have like a different inherent range, which is kind of neat. Like, that one would probably be enough. Yeah, this one would absolutely decimate. So I think that's like the obvious choice there. I could build both. I also could build one of these guys there, but I don't know if that's necessary right now. There's the tavern for increased productivity. Here's the trade post thing. Trade your resources at changing prices. So if you have too much of one thing, I guess you could, or maybe, I don't know if it's to generate gold specifically. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know if that's a huge priority for me right now, but I want to see what it's like. I want to experiment with it. How much wheat do I have right now? It's probably the first thing to look at. Right now we have 3 workers, which is pretty good. I'll build a house, hire 1 worker. We have 2 more that we could hire with enough wheat. And speaking of which, here's the mill. I'm gonna say probably 2 for the mill, And then what do we have left? We have 2 for the wood. I think that's probably pretty good. We have 25 gold. Might as well do these once. Could upgrade this one. In a little bit, we'll have access to the runestone tower. Immense burst damage with a concentrated beam. Which is good to know. Good to know. Like, that one sounds cool. That one sounds cool. Tornado tower. Oh, shit. Starting with wood. Starting with wheat. That kind of thing. Yeah, procreative power. The cost of hiring workers reduced. One wouldn't be a bad one. Especially early on like this. Hiring people. There was the other one over here where it was the cost of all building upgrades being a little bit cheaper. And I'm assuming building upgrades include these things. These are the building upgrades. Literally what I should have done is I should have maybe done that one first and then these two if I wanted to invest in that route. So I think I will go. Maybe I should hold off. Nothing's stopping us from building these right now. But yeah, we definitely want more wheat. More workers. No question. We could just hold off on additional purchases. We don't need a fuck ton of arrow towers built right here, obviously, because this is plenty for the first round. In fact, let's see what that first round's gonna look like. I want to go ahead and... Well, that one wouldn't help, obviously. Just that's the cost of hiring people. No, that's fine. Let's go ahead and roll it. I'm gonna say that's good. That's a quick one. That's a quick one just because those things are so strong. And now I do have access to the runestone tower. I think I gotta see. I think I gotta see what it looks like. They take gold to build and quite a bit of stone. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. It increases a pretty hefty amount too. Increases a pretty hefty amount. 109 gold. So we're a little bit shy for the brewery. Let's go ahead and do the tavern. That seems like a slam dunk. Could spend on the Swift services, but now that we know that gold is needed for a certain tower type, I am inclined to kind of maybe hold off on that one. Next round will be a little bit closer. If I said, excuse me, if I said maybe... Let's see, what do I have? Oh, I just have the 4 workers. Okay. So if I said, this might be sacrilegious, but if I really wanted a worker next round, I'm sorry, if I wanted a new worker next round, because the cost is going to be 60. Yeah, the cost is going to be 60. That would be enough to take us over for the next round, which would be nice. We still have enough to buy an arrow launcher if we wanted to. I think I'm going to hold off. We don't need them right now. I go ahead and build the quarry. It makes no difference right now because I don't have any workers available for it, but next round I should. Sure. Go ahead and build it. Well, you might as well. Might as well build it now. So yeah, the brewery is once again getting the short end for the time being. Pretty sure this guy will be able to handle it. Again, that very generous range. Pretty good fire rate too. Things are great. Look at that. The guy's soloing so much. Good job, guy. That's just hacking away. It's like his little footsies are sinking to the floor. Now we have enough to get a new person. Well, bam. We'll need more houses before we can hire more people, obviously. So yeah, we need stone, of course. Where this guy comes in. Could say give me 2 more per round. That's only 2 though. It's kind of rough. I think I will say we don't need 3. I think what I'll probably do is put this back on 2. 2 and 3. 2 and 1 rather. Need 35. Wow, that's expensive. These, and of course, it's probably going to be against single targets. That one's probably going to be like, against single scary targets, which we're not going to see for a while. So yeah, maybe what I should go ahead and do is build. I can't do another one of these guys, obviously, but maybe it's time to do a little bit more for towers. Regular old towers. Um, as always, I'm kind of more concerned about just overall exposure. That's a pretty good one. That's about 10, which is kind of the standard, honestly, at this point. I think if there's any downside of having them be this close, because the lightning doesn't always well, the lightning when it first strikes kills like a standard guy in one hit, but when it arcs to the next target, it loses a little bit of juice. So like the second or third target might not fully die. So in that instance, yeah, maybe it's better not to necessarily put that super close. That way these guys can like maybe weaken some of the juicier guys first. But yeah, just there's nothing that's like quite as enticing as this one right here. That one's still probably either of these, but I think be the best bangs for a buck. Yeah. There's probably nothing wrong with this. Let's just go for it. Go one of those guys, and then at some point I will be curious just to see what that one looks like. But you can already feel like, yeah, we're doing better this round than we were last time. At this point last time. We certainly have a lot more built up by this point. Let's go and send it. Full send. Full send to fully end. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that S shape. Bad for them, but good for us if we could put something right in the middle there. That is an advantageous square. In fact, I wonder if there are benefits or bonuses that give us a greater chance of those kinds of things. Also, I can't help but notice these things. I'm like, man, is this special in some way? And that lets us, like, extract resources from this world we're exploring. All arc towers have a chance to cause a max health focusing lightning strike. Not from jumps. It's a 1.2 chance. It's a pretty low chance. Crit chance increases... Wait, hold on. Crit chance of an arc tower also increases its crit damage to a certain shot. That's kind of cool. Fire rate. Oh man, 1.2 chance. A 1.2 chance to cause a max health focusing lightning strike. Not from the jumps though. Yeah, so just every primary shot. That's hard to be excited about. Hard to be excited about. Crit chance of an arc tower also increases its crit damage to a certain share. Probably that one. Probably that one. Get those snaky paths. Yeah, because right now, so far as I'm aware, we don't have any way to influence the tiles that get chosen. But that's a very advantageous tile, I would say. So much so, I would almost wish we had a little bit more stone to put a little something there. Nothing like jumps out as being amazing. Like if we had something here or here, like you could still put like that one right there or this one here. That one's pretty good. But yeah, something with a higher range, such as the arc tower, would do gangbusters there. So I might wait a tick on that one. We're a little bit short on this one too. So next round, we'll be able to get the stones, the stony boys. But not much more, not much more than that one. So yeah, it will be a bit before we get our next arc tower proper. And again, that's going to be more for direct shots. For like single targets, that is, for single targets. So to that end, yeah, maybe I should just go ahead and build one of these, honestly. Yeah, that one's not very exciting. This one's pretty good. It's only a 2. That one's pretty good. Pretty good, yeah. Of course, that banner, the banner we chose was an upgrade specifically for the lightning boy. Those things are so expensive. Relatively. And I guess that's the thing. I guess when we do, maybe that's what I should think about. When we do get that much stone, maybe I shouldn't build a ruined stone tower right from the get-go. Maybe I should use that on another arc tower and put that in that sexy spot. I think that's exactly what I'll do. I'll leave that spot open. What else could I do with this wood? No immediate need for housing. Should I just go ahead and build this thing and see what it's all about? Let's try it out. So what does the trading post do? So, you can trade... is this gold for gold? No, this is wheat. You can trade wheat for gold, or wood for gold, or stone for gold. There is an inflation level. Real-life economy aspects coming in hot. can build more ships. It's per gold per wave, which is pretty cool. Of course, I don't have quite that much. That's pretty cool, though. Change the amount of resource you want to buy or sell. You can pay 6 gold and get 10 wheat. That's kind of cool. So gold very much is a worthwhile thing to have in some way, shape, or form, obviously. Can't quite build a gold mine ourselves yet. Selling... Sell 10 for 3, or pay 6 for 10. Okay, so increments of 10 right now. Yeah, 10 snack size. What about 10 snack size? Why is that red? Does that mean I can't do it? Sell 10 wood for 3 gold? Oh, because I don't have 10 wood. Herp derp. That's why. Definitely not doing that. Yeah, if I'm selling anything, I'm tempted, but nah, we're gonna need more wheat. We're definitely gonna need more wheat. So yeah. And I feel like I should hold on to my gold for the time being. But at least now we know kind of what that looks like. And what that looks like is good to know. So we'll need... So not this round, but the next round after. We should be good on more wheat. It's a bunch of wood, obviously. The quarry... Tempting to try to get more. But... I think the wheat is a slightly higher priority. Let's do that. This guy does have a level, by the way. His range is already very generous. The generous range. Damage goes... Just base damage. So the jump count comes to... So, okay, so one other guy, 70 damage reduction. I guess there's no way to alter those numbers right now, at least. Range goes up a whole bunch. Range goes up by 1. Yeah, just 1 additional slot, which is pretty good. Fire rate, by 0.11. It already ignores block, which is nice. Fire rate's always just such a great choice. Yeah, let's just go for fire rate. I'm sure that number goes down. Like the per bonus, the per level bonus probably goes down after a while. But I want to specify, yeah, the highest health, least health, like proximity maybe, immunity, bosses. Yeah. When we build one of these things, when we build one of the runestone towers, we will want to tell it, yes, focus on things with lots of health. Yeah, really just, yeah, most health or like boss things. Or elite things. I'm not sure if the dudes with blue health bars count as an elite enemy. They're, you know, elevated for sure, but I wouldn't call them an elite thing necessarily. There's bleed you can apply. Health regeneration, of course. Things that spawns. Other minions, of course, there are shoots around wildly. Interesting. Shoot, focus on barrier carriers. Furthest, closest, yeah. Okay. That's good for right now. Good for right now, I think. Let's roll it. Do I have enough next round for one of these puppies? I'm excited. These two be able to handle it. I think they should be able to. Yeah, that's gonna get them real good. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. That slightly increased fire rate's really helping. There we go. It really is that simple. All right, good. So we have a number of options. We can build one of these puppies. We can do one of these for the first time. I think I'm gonna hold off. Get on one of these guys. And what was the station I was kind of looking at that gave me such great coverage? It might be this one, yeah. That one's cool. That's great. Plenty of this is great. That's a good one too, in all fairness. But man, that one covers so much of that S. Kind of hard to ignore. Yeah, to me it's kind of no question. Kind of not a fair comparison. I'll put that one right there. Yeah. For sure, that's a good one. Good placement, good placement. We could upgrade it if we wanted to, but we're trying to hold off, because I think I do want to save for one of these big guys. Also, like, if I wanted to adjust worker assignments, I could do stuff from this menu versus having to go into the individual menus, which is kind of nice. So that's convenience. It's convenience. Let's see. So I think, yeah, the plus sign being grayed out well, actually, no, I guess it would be here. Well, yeah, still I can't afford it. 80s for the next person to hire. So we pretty soon we can do it. And then after that, we'll have to build another house. That is a pretty big priority for sure, is getting more workers for sure. More workers do cause stagnation, or lack of workers cause stagnation. Anything else? I'm just hoping that that other station will, or that other electric arc weapon station will be enough to really make the difference here. And then this is going to be wave 5. I think after wave 5 is when the higher order, the higher health bar lads, or just the blue health bar lads, the skeleton boys. You can see this guy pop off on its new sick ass placement. Lots of good exposure. Of course, he is going to prioritize healthier enemies, weaken them down for these guys, like the two fast fellas. Couldn't quite make it. Couldn't quite cut the mustard. I don't know why they're trying to cut the mustard. Why who's like chopping up mustard? Not sure why they're trying to do that, but that's kind of fucked up. I'm gonna grab my water, by the way. Grab my water. What's up, Meerkat? Good to see you, buddy. These invaders are doing what I did to your mom last night. Dying before they can reach the entrance? I'm sure it's something to brag about, bro. Getting vaporized by electricity before they can even reach the opening gates. But hey, man, I'm not one to judge. Not one to judge here, bro. We got Sweeba over here. We got Sweeba, who's rich. That's his whole deal. Kill random things and then deal 200 damage to the closest 8 fellers. This guy brings a lot of wood. This man's packing the wood. Man's packing the wood. Good for him. One path tiles have a less than 50% chance of branching off, which is nice. It's got that lightning strike for big scary boys, health bosses most likely, and fireball, which sounds fun. And then Thane, nude Thane. Building upgrade costs are wait, cost more? That means, yeah, trading ships cost less. Building upgrades cost more. I mean, I guess if you're really into the trading ship stuff, I don't know if I'm feeling that though, bro. Yeah, I think I probably like these spells more if nothing else. I don't really love a lot of these guys. His name is Snore, by the way. It's a real snore fest. Now the nice thing is we do have a lot of wood very suddenly, so we could pop off and build the brewery if we felt so inclined, just to kind of see what that's like. Same can be said about the gold mine. Not as much of an immediate desire though, because we still don't have a ton of workers. I could build more houses, but we still need more wheat. They'll need more wheat. But the nice thing is that we're good on wood for a bit. I can at least take these guys down maybe for a bit and say, let's just go all in on wheat production. We can really kind of have that pop off. I still want to go, yeah, let's go ahead and build the houses. Build the houses. And then I guess the implication is that after the next and I guess final house upgrade, it seems like that's the last that you can build. I guess you can't build any more houses after that. I mean, I see space along this road, but yeah, I guess there might be a finite amount. Because yeah, that kind of gives a longer forecast. Yeah, that'll help us get more workers, which would be nice. And hold off on lumberjack camp for a bit. And yeah, so I still can't build a brewery. I could sell a bunch of this extra wood and just get a bunch of extra gold if I felt so inclined. I'd go and build the gold mine. Got 2 people in the quarry. Yeah, I would say once we get more workers, I will pop them into the gold mine for sure. Could build another Arrowfell. This guy's ready for a level up, by the way. Oh, not him. You. Not you. You is ready for a level up. What would the increased range do? Boop. That's nice, but not huge. Man, fire rate is just such a solid choice, man. You really can't go wrong with more fire rate. Another arc tower costs a pretty small amount of stone, or of wood, but quite a bit of stone. We'll have exactly enough for one of those next round. Exactly enough. Or a runestone tower. And you know what? I might focus on the runestone tower so we can get something to help zap those big boys. Immense burst damage via a concentrated beam. It's entirely possible I'm mistaken about these, by the way. Maybe they don't work the way I think they are. But I'm assuming they work by, like, focusing a single attack that is maybe slow but does a lot of damage on a single fella. Let's see, what are our options here? That one's a not bad placement. Are there any just amazing ones down here? That one's not half bad. That one's not half bad. We're right in the middle. That one's a pretty darn good one too, in all fairness. A pretty good one, yeah. The one I was looking at that's like right here. Pretty good. That's pretty valuable. I think I might save that for something a little bit more spicy. Wondering if I should put something like this maybe closer to back here. Help get those last little stragglers that kind of break through. I'm trying to be smart about my placements for these things. The arrow fellas, especially like after the first couple rounds, after the first several rounds, start to lose their luster a little bit. They start to lose their, they kind of get lost in the noise of just the throngs of bad guys that are coming at you. So like they're still helping obviously, but it feels not quite as worthwhile. But let's still go for it. Let's still go for that one there. But build another one if we felt like super frisky. We have to remember there's no wood coming in next round though. Keep that in mind. We need some wood to build arc towers, of course. So, I think we might just send it to the next round. I don't want to sell anything right now. Of course, the economy is ever evolving. This is a not bad wood price relative to what we saw earlier. Not bad, but I think I'll hold off. Now let's look at what we're looking with. What we're working with here, rather. No blue boys yet, but lots of fast boys. Nice thing is that will help those guys get blasted pretty good by the lightning. That's right, by the lightning guys. Well, not hyper efficient, but pretty good. I still zap them pretty good. That Nova shot sounds so nice. That Frost Tower Nova thing, which slows and emits. Like, this would be such a great placement for that emitting weapon style. No damage to our shield yet, so, like, you know, this is our best round yet. Our best round yet, and a lot of that is because of the arc towers, which are really popping. Really popping. Barbed arrows, they can cause bleed. Oh, they do cause bleed. It slows them a little bit, and is that it? It just slows them a little bit? Oh no. It slows and also makes them lose health over time. That's pretty cool. It's deal increased damage against enemies with a lot of health. That's pretty cool. If they're really healthy, it does a lot more damage. Ooh, man, those are two really good ones. Have a chance to fire another arrow. That one's pretty good. That's good. It's good. More damage, and you can shoot a second shot sometimes. Both these seem pretty nice. I think that one's really spectacular. Because there's going to be a lot of that. In fact, I think we're telling the arc towers to primarily aim for dudes with more health. That seems like a sweet, sweet deal. Go ahead and place another one of these guys. I love these things, man. I freaking love these things. I can't get enough. Or do we try out the hot new runestone tower? See what that concentrated beam is like. We'll definitely want one for the boss, which we might be able to see tonight. Maybe. I'm not going to overpromise, but we might be able to see some boss action. Might be able to see some of that shit. That's a really good range on that one. That's a really good range. Rhinoclops likes them? Well, damn. If Rhinoclops likes that shit, I know that shit's going to be popping. The range is pretty limited. Range is pretty limited. The good news is relatively, relatively limited to compare to some of the other ones. The good news is I could still place something like right here and still have something right there for something really sexy, such as the Arc Fellas. These are, they're both pretty darn good. So that spot would still be open for future use, future utilization, if you felt so inclined. Oh, also, I'm the world's biggest dumbass. I actually didn't realize. I'm a big idiot. I'm such a dumbass. I didn't realize this was a thing you placed. I misread it earlier. I thought this fired a mortar, kind of like the spells. No, this builds a tower that fires the mortars. I could have been experimenting with these guys for like years now. What the fuck is wrong with me? Don't I feel like a big dummy? Alright, so I do still want to try one of these things. But man, don't I feel dumb. I completely misunderstood the assignment. I was like, oh, it costs 15 per launch. Okay, that's fine. I'll save that for if I'm really desperate. Yeah. Alright, so we still will try that. We will still try that. Just to see what they're like, because I'm really excited. We could, like... I found, like, something over here. Yeah, even that's just not great. Yeah. A shame the range is so small. Gotta find the best one. And it might be like one of these two. Yeah, it seems like that's about what you get with this one. That one's not too bad. One, two. That's a pretty good one. That one might be a good one. Instead of that little corner piece there. Not bad either, yeah. Even some of these 1s and 2s are like pretty okay. I think I might try this one. Put one there. And deals immense concentrated damage quickly. Okay. That sounds great. Yeah, and still target things with the most health. Closest to the tower, furthest, fastest, slowest. Yeah. Yeah, I think just most health covers that case pretty well. Of course, they got the arrow tower to help them out as well. Alright. So yeah, but I'm excited to try out the volcano mortar, because yeah, now that I've, like a dumbass, completely misread even, the assignment for that one, I do want to see what those look like. Really good long range, good AoE damage, sounds great. Yeah, at some point more arc towers for sure, but I think I'll probably put a volcano mortar in that sweet spot I was looking at just earlier. Still no immediate need for more wood shenanigans. Can I hire another person? Not yet. Not yet. Whale with the hydrate. You got it, bro. You got it, bro. Amazing. Amazing. We're maxing our workers right now. Next round we'll be able to have another worker. We have 2 more spots. 2 more spots for more workers to build, to be assigned. Could go ahead and build the gold mine. I could go ahead and build the gold mine. If we did that, then it would affect our ability to build another arc tower. I guess, which is not the end of the world. But I don't know if that's a huge priority right now. I think I might hold off on that one. Build that guy, obviously. Okay. Anything else I want to do here? I guess not. I guess we just fucking roll the next round. I think we just roll it. This guy gets like, he's got like a little glowy thing. It's all glowy and cool looking. I'm excited to see these guys in action. And in their element. This game's all about learning though, yeah. Oh, Meerkat has something for us. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, so yeah, it just slurps them down. It just kind of does a nice little slurp. It's pretty quick. It's a lot quicker and more rapid fire than I thought it would be. Look at that, it's actually lowering them a lot. Which softens them up really good for this guy to get their asses. Oh yeah, the limited range is a bummer, but it's doing a pretty darn good job. That's really impressive. I see exactly why you like those Rhinoct claps. That's pretty powerful. Pretty strong. course, this guy's doing a good job of zappity zap zap these guys. Some of them might get through. Now I got the fireball ready. I think we're okay. Never mind. No fireball necessary. My hand was on the fireball gun. My hand was on the gun for the fireball. And then I said, you know what? We're good. I think we're good. Got a level up opportunity. I could do more range. I mean, the range does just... It's pretty darn good. It's basically an entire another square. It's never a bad thing. More fire rate, also never a bad thing. Yeah. I'm so predictable. How can I not just go for fire rate every time? I'm guessing it eventually tops out or something. It's the fire rate, dude. It's so good. Fire rate's so good. Yes, yes, yes. It only increased the range by 1 because of its placement, right? Whereas, yeah, again, better fire rate, man. It's such a banger. Such a banger. Okay. Alright, so now, go ahead and say... Hey, the peeps, Shazam. Yes, we have 2 more ticks of hiring more workers, which would be very nice. I will put a worker on... Let's see. I could afford one of these guys. Oh, yeah, I did want to see what that was going to look like. I guess I'm going to put that right there. That's a delicious, delicious long range. Look at that incredible range. Oh, baby. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. So, that is pretty cool. Questions. Do I put that on the quarry? Or do I build the gold mine and slap some dudes in there? We're all just slapping some dudes. I definitely don't want to overextend myself. And of course, if we do that, we will absolutely need to start reinvesting into wood. Because right now, lumberjack times have been just really quiet. How long for the next one? 120. Yeah, I'd probably say, let's go ahead and get this guy. Go ahead and say gold. Yes. And then what I'd probably do is say... Get some lumberjack times resuming even. Maybe even 2. Yeah, maybe just do 2 and 2. Well, let's do that. We have some gold incoming. Of course, we could always buy more. Sometimes, at least from the trading post, as need be. Of which, yeah, there's the vein tracing thing. That's per worker, which is just 1 right now. It's kind of hard to get excited about that one. This is get you 2 per, so that's additional 4 per round, or 5 gold. Let's see, the gold cost did go up, of course. This costs stone. I think it's worth. Yeah. Let's go for that. All right. What's up, Aleph? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, it's an interesting one for sure. It's an interesting one. I don't play a lot of tower defense games, but I do enjoy sometimes a nice city builder, and I definitely do play a lot of roguelikes and roguelites. So yeah, it's an interesting kind of combination of a lot of cool genres and things that I do enjoy for sure. Anything else here? I think wave 7 was where we shat the bed last time, if I'm not wrong. So I think. Of one prior to that, we died at wave... We completed wave 5. And then the one after that, I think we completed wave 7 and died at wave 8. It's never mind. So this one's not the scary part yet, but we're approaching the scary part. Nothing else we can do here. Let's explore. We haven't had a split path yet, but I know it's coming. I know that shit's coming. We got the fast boy. Gonna get nuked by this thing. A good AoE, of course. Good, yeah, good damage on that AoE, very good. Once they hit the lightning guys, they're gonna get got, which is nice. There's the pulse laser boys. Pulse laser boys are doing a good job too. Love to see that. There's zappity zapping the healthy guys, the big blue health bar fellas that have a lot of health. We do have spells. That fireball is better for AoE, of course. Lightning strike is good for a single big blue guy that's trying to get through. Last line of landed defense should catch those stragglers, so I'm not too worried right now. Yeah, that last line of defense does a pretty good job. That's getting a little bit dense. A those guys in particular, that's a little bit scary. I might pop. Otherwise, I think we should be okay. Nothing's getting through. I think we're in the clear. We probably didn't need that fireball, honestly. That was a bit of insurance. That was a just in case kind of fireball. We could build another arc tower. We could build another volcano mortar. Any of those is open for consideration. Level up for this guy. I'm pretty much all about range and fire rate at this point. Range would be nice. Fire rate. We could do damage. 100's not bad. Of course, an increase of 2 is better than an increase of 1, obviously. Not bad. The fire rate goes up by 0.1. Yeah, so it's every 0.6 seconds instead of 0.5 seconds. I'm gonna upgrade the damage, actually. We're getting like the more damagey boys. Another arc tower. Short on stone for a runestone tower. Oh, it goes up by 20. Wow, that is expensive. Whereas this goes up by 15, which ain't great either. So whatever arc tower we build will likely be our last one for a while. That being said, we got some pretty good choices here for arc tower locations. I'd build one of these too. 30's not bad. The volcano mortar is good. It's not amazing, but it's good. I think I like them at least more than the arrow towers, at least. Arc towers, man, I love these things. I do agree with Rhinotoclops that the runestone tower is quite good as well. It's a pretty darn good one. Or as good things go, that's a pretty darn good one. This would be a really good range here. It's pretty good. Also considering this one. This is stacking a lot in this one area. I kind of go back and forth on whether or not that's a good idea to stack a bunch all in like one place. We already have one of those guys there. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I wanted to necessarily double dip there. Basically trying to like place things around these curves. Like these are great, but that's not as efficient necessarily. These are pretty good too. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 15, which is pretty good. That's probably about the same. Whereas something like this, or even better, well, actually, no, I guess those are identical. Yeah, that would be a bit more. That would be a bit more. This one's probably about the same. Yeah, they're both really good. They're both really good. But the downside is we're putting a lot into a single spot. I don't know if that's necessarily bad here. I guess I don't play enough tower defense games to know like what the meta usually recommends as far as putting a bunch of stuff all in one spot versus spreading them out. Unless there was like obvious synergies where like, oh, like this buffs nearby units, that kind of thing. Then it's pretty obvious. That's honestly that's about as equally good now that I'm counting that out again. The straightaway paths are just not as exciting as like the ones that kind of wrap around and curve. But that one does give equally pretty good coverage. That one's not quite as good though. Even that one with the 4 bonus. That one's not quite as good. So this is the one. I think these two are the ones I was considering. Yeah, I think that one's the winner. They're both pretty good. I'm gonna put it here. Put it there. Put it there, champ. We've started regaining wood again. We have something on all of them, which is good. Gold is the kind of the bottom of the barrel right now. We could spend gold to create more gold per worker. Again, it's only at a 1 worker rate though. It'll be a bit before we can get up to, what is it, 120? 120 for, yeah, 120 for the next worker. That's a bit expensive. That's a bit rich for our blood. What are we looking at for tower opportunities? So next round we'll be able to just exactly afford a volcano mortar. Certainly another arrow tower. It'll be a bit if we have another arc tower opportunity. And yeah, I mean, runestone towers aren't impossible. That one's, I mean, it's a difference of 5. It's a 5, yeah. Something else we could like buy some stuff. I wanted 10 of something. Not a ton of gold to go around. I'll probably hold off for now. There's nothing that I like have an excess of that I just have no need for. Let's stick with what we have right now. And hold again. Maybe some more mascot action. I considered it. Yeah. There was no huge rush on playing this one tonight. I was just kind of wanting to try something new, but yeah, that Promise Mascot Agency game was a real delight. And I'm kind of like, I have that sitting in my back pocket as a good like I do have the schedule for this week, but I might shift some things around to make room for more Promise Mascot Agency, just because it was such a wild game. Such a goofy and very enjoyable game. Yeah, that one's on my radar. The schedule that I put together for this week is like, I'm feeling pretty good about it, but it seems like there's usually some deviations. I don't usually stick super hardcore to a given schedule. Whole line of blue boys all together like that makes me a little bit nervous, but we're doing okay. We beat this level. Oh, this is wave 9. This is wave 9. Okay, I was gonna say if we beat this level, then we've got a new PB, but this is already our current PB. Because earlier we died at wave 8. We beat wave 8 earlier. This is wave 9. And all those guys have low health, which makes me feel pretty good. Guy's a little bit fast. Let's see, I can stop him. I can stop him, but he got zapped. They're gonna do it. They gotta do it. Yep. Haven't taken a single bit of damage up to this point. Pretty impressive. We unlocked a statue. Not sure what it does, but we unlocked it. Magical charge. Percentage of the spell damage bonus is added to this runestone tower damage. Now, I don't know what my spell damage bonus is. I don't think I have one right now, but I think I can increase it eventually. Yeah, yeah. It says over to the right, spell damage is 0 right now. Don't know how I can raise that up. We're all trying to get it up. Increases the mortar effect by 15%, or the area of effect of the mortar. Critical hit, slightly. Wait. Each critical hit increases the tower's individual future crit chance. I don't know how often we critically hit, although didn't we take one of the things that says your crit chance? Oh, never mind. It increases crit damage. So we're not increasing the crit chance yet, but maybe I should. Yeah, that's the thing. If I increase the crit chance, I would be increasing the crit damage and also this thing. Critical hit increases tower's individual future crit chance. So the crit chance, a crit hit means it's more likely to happen in the future. Sure, that sounds cool. Have any level up opportunity for these guys yet? Not yet. But yeah, crit chance going up. It goes up by 10. That's not bad. I could level up one right now if I wanted to. This one gets a level, of course. Range goes up by a pretty small amount. Damage would be pretty cool. The fire rate's already pretty quick. Oh, wow. That makes it real fast. Wow. That's pretty good. 7 per second would bring it up to 8.4 per second. Increased damage sounds nice, though. I'm gonna say increased damage. One costs 10 to upgrade. One costs 10. One's costs 15. That one will be a while. This one's free. Probably fire rate. Let's do fire rate. Yeah. Do that one. All right. That was a pretty good one. What can I build here? I could do another mortar shot if I wanted to. Tempted to hold off on another runestone tower because those are pretty strong. Be impressed by those things. Let's see. So we're still a little bit of a ways away from the next worker opportunity. Although I think we could probably game the numbers in our favor here. So if I brought that up, Need to be 120. I think, yeah, that would just pop us over. And we don't have the wood to build another house, though. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, because we have one more spot for a worker. This would guarantee us next round will be good on workers. Oh, on getting another worker, that is. It's up to 44. So if we were holding off on... Okay, we'd still be a little bit shy on that guy. And some of these seem amazing. Shadow Tower, damn. Like, some of these sound great. Tornado Tower, good lord. I'm assuming the most expensive is probably the best one. Destructive shots over a massive range. Like, that sounds great, but that's gonna be a while to save up for. Of course, the poor brewery continues to get the shaft. Oh, the tower thing. Right, what was the tower thing? Maybe it's not a thing I can build yet. This keeps catching my eye. I wonder if, like, that's a thing you can... maybe that's like a station we build towards. Also, I just noticed the chest there. Yeah, maybe it's something down here. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's a statue. Strengthen a tower type. Ooh, and a build costs a lot of stone. Okay. Good to know. So you can strengthen some kind of tower type. Or maybe you, like, sacrifice resources to strengthen tower types multiple times there. That was quite a bit of stone, so I might want to hold off on major stone purchases. That being said, that was a bit of a tight level, or a tight round. We didn't, like, kill it. And the boss wave... Wait, is this wave 9, or are we about to start wave 9? Or are we about to start wave 10? I wonder. Statistics. Damage. Hold on, what am I looking at? Filter? What am I looking at? Oh, these are for the towers, I guess, right? Because I have 3 arc boys. Yeah, I have 3 arc boys, yeah. Of course, the arc guys are doing the most. I guess that's arrow guy? Yeah, that has to be. So which one is these guys? Volcano Mord. Oh, okay, that's probably that one then. Okay. That's a little bit surprising then. No, Runestone Tower. Oh, okay. I wish they were labeled. That's a little weird. They're like strictly color-coded. I don't see any legend. That's a kind of a weird UI quirk. Okay, so yeah, so no surprise that the Runestone Tower is doing more damage, although it's been around longer. We've had 1 round for the mortar to pop off. So yeah, maybe if nothing else, a second one wouldn't really be a bad idea, and that's a pretty good placement for it. Holy shit. That's a pretty good placement for the Runestone Tower. Or for the mortar tower, that is. Huh. I haven't seen one of those before. What's that? Wait, 9. +2, right. 2.1 versus 2. Is the idea that, like... I've seen one of those. Have I just not noticed that one before? Looking around. Wish I could, like, click it and see, like, tell, like, yeah, what does this thing mean? The regular arrow one. Oh, the icon's different. Icon's different. It turns from an arrow into, like, a little, yeah. Huh. What is that? I guess the only way to find out is to build something and see what it does. Do I want to invest these guys into it? Yeah, I wish there was something I could click. I would say, tell me more. Tell me what this thing is. Because it changes the icon. And the cost is still the same. It's about, so it's, yeah, it's a little bit less than, a 2, basically. But for this one, the range is, like, enormous. 2.1, yeah, so do I play it safe and stick with what we know? Oh, I just noticed 2. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought that was like I thought that icon that says +1 range with a little arrow. I thought that was for the arrow shots. Now I see. That's just for all of these things. All right, so in that case, go and build it. This is probably going to wrap around this way anyway. I don't know if it's going to go to the right, left, or straight. But if it went to the left, this would give us even more potentially really good coverage. That could be really powerful if that wraps around, but that's kind of a lot. That's a lot of assumptions. Whereas this has coverage right from the spawn and will lead into the next area. Yeah, maybe I should play it safe because this one is really leading into the unknown. Yeah, let's play it safe. I could still like do one of these just to see what it does, but it's so little coverage. I am really curious just to see what that is. Good to know. Anything else? So wood we're holding off on. Maybe we're holding off. What would I need wood for? If nothing else, I could sell some wood. Get some gold, and I can use that gold to buy more stone. If I wanted that to be a higher priority, because I'm curious about this guy. I am curious. No matter how much would it cost to just get a bunch of this shit. Oh yeah, that's for stone. Wheat. It's the same price. Yeah, wood's at a pretty good price. I guess really all three of them are pretty good. I'm guessing as you invest into the trading post, yeah, the inflation goes up and down. Yeah, trading increases, right? Yeah. Trading takes place again within this period. Inflation goes up. Takes 3 ways for the inflation to go back down, though. Ooh. Oh boy, so that could get pretty. That's probably a reasonable way to kind of like like prevent you from just popping off on the just going crazy on the trading post stuff. Now this is kind of nice. What is that? 30 wood. I'm kind of sitting on a stack of wood and I don't have any immediate need for it. 5 gold per wave. Let's kind of try that out. That could be kind of cool. Try it out. So that's just a gold generator. That's kind of cool. Spell damage. So how do you level up spells? Oh, it lets me cast one right now. I don't want to cast it. I want to eventually level up the spells. Oh, that's probably in the hero level up. That's probably how that happens. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're guaranteed the next worker the next round. That is if we survive. I think we will. I guess only one way to find out. Here we go. Hold my beer. We're indeed going north, and this is the beginning of wave 10, which I think is the boss wave, which is a little scary. A little scary in the boss wave. There's Big Man McGee. Grimlock the Bandit King. He's a big boy. Big boy. He's got a lot of health. We have one spell that deals almost 1,000 damage to him. He has a lot of health. I'll keep his health bar on screen for a bit here. Of course, is not coming alone. He's got a whole bunch of a whole gaggle of bros. There's a whole bunch of dudes behind him. Oh, shnikes. A lot of dudes behind, a lot of dudes in front. It's a shame we can't have both. Here comes Big Man. Here comes Big Man on campus. No one's got through this guy yet. He's slurping him down pretty good. Good slurps. Increased his damage earlier. A lot of weakened blue health guys, so they won't make it very far. These blue health guys are doing pretty good, unfortunately. Now, that guy, he might not make it very far, honestly. I'm tempted to use the fireball with this cluster of very juicy big boys. Oh, is that it? Oh, shit, that's it. Okay, actually, wasn't too bad, all things considered. So I might need to use a lightning strike spell. Good news is that guy's got pretty good. Good question that we can cast 2 spells. Here we got those guys. Yeah, so let's see. We're gonna use him on. Presuming if the big boss gets to the front door, we're in trouble. Gonna kill him. We'll just use the extra stuff to blast those fools. Get an achievement for killing a boss, which feels cool as hell. We got some cool shit. Boost damage by 25% for all towers. That's pretty sweet. And then we have boost crit damage by 75% for all towers. So all damage or just when we crit. I'm gonna say probably just all damage. They're both legendary, so really there's no bad choices here. The other one, some pretty good shit as well. What's up, Endiff? Good to see you, buddy. Face like a boat. She gave me a stern look. Stern look. Stern look. Endiff, that's a good one. Good to see you, Endiff. Thank you for entering with quite the bang. I like it. Arrow towers fire. They got the 3 arrow one. Volcano mortars begin to uncontrollably throw magma balls at random enemies. Shoots faster but cannot be controlled. I didn't think you could control it unless they mean that like you can't like direct it to say shoot at healthy dudes, shoot at fast guys, shoot at boss guys. It'll just do whatever. So circulating focus, yeah. Runestone towers that are inactive can beam to another specified rune tower within their radius and transfer a percentage of their own damage. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like this one. We have 2 of these puppies. That's going to be potentially quite useful, quite powerful. Then we'll say, yes, let's hire another fella. And that is the maximum number of... Oh, no, I'm wrong. There's one more. You can hire at 160. Or no, that was 120, so at 140. You can hire at 140. I don't know why it says like... Oh, it's because we need more houses, I think. Yeah, we need more houses. And we would need a lot more wood for that. But that'll be a bit anyway. So... as far as these things are concerned, probably more stone. Probably more stone. In fact, I'm going to say also more wood. I'm going to say, yeah, wheat is not as much of a priority. Wood is a limiting factor right now. That sounds niftily. So I've just the one guy here, so I'm not going to spend on that guy. I could go ham and say give me a whole lot of extra granite. That's what it costs to get another trade ship. I'm thinking more about that one now. It costs 50 for the next trade ship. What if I just bought some wood? Oh, I would be... Oh my god, I would still be short. Oh, no, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't. I'm full of shit. It's 7. Yeah, you don't get 7 of them. Okay, never mind. I misunderstood. To get it now. Basically, that's... Alright, that's 7 gold to get 8 gold at the start of the next wave. Okay, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth it. Never mind. I thought it'd be like a jump by 5. I was thinking maybe. More wheat production. More... Yeah, I'm thinking about how I can spend... These gold piles I'm slowly, very slowly amassing. I'm gonna say the quarry upgrade. Because, yeah, there's definitely a potential there. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Tornado tower. Oh, shit. Yeah. Give me that thing. Hell yeah. We need more rocks. We need more rocks. That shit rocks. We will be able to afford it next round for sure. That'll be exciting. Would be exciting. Still holding off on that brewery. The poor brewery is just looking so sad. I haven't built this one yet, hence why I'm trying to invest more into the Stony Boys. And in fact, would be enough. That would give me just enough. Yeah, if I did that. More wood though would mean more workers ultimately. Just cost stone. It just cost stone. We're approaching a point where wood isn't quite as pertinent. Large tornadoes that damage enemies along their path. So you need potentially long straightaway paths. We have a couple of those to work with, which is nice to see. That is pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, yes. That's a pretty good round. Oh, we got a level up opportunity, by the way. And anytime these guys have a level up, it's going to be crit chance. Although it's the wrong guy. It's this guy. He's the one that gets the level up. And these guys, we can't direct anymore to, like, fight a specific thing. We increase their fire rate a bunch. And we can't increase it much more right now. The range goes up. Pretty good amount. That's a pretty good range upgrade. I'm thinking more damage. Damage of 30? What about area of effect range? Can we increase the range? AoE radius? No, we cannot. 3 hex fields. I mean, we can maybe affect it through other means, but right now, here, not necessarily. Yeah, some more damage. Anything else get the level? No, nothing else gets the level. Could build more arrow towers, but I'm not sure they are quite necessary right now. What is the workshop? Produces tower building. Oh, that's pretty cool. So in that case, I think I will keep that there because the workshop would be very nice. I didn't even know that was there. We must have unlocked that earlier, and during this run, I just didn't notice it. Yeah. Okay, so in that case, I'll hold off on the next arrow tower. I'm assuming that since that was a boss rush, or a boss round rather, this round might be a little bit more chill. I guess I don't know what to expect. We've never made it this far. I say let's send it. So we'll have enough wood for the workshop and enough stone, I think, for the statue. All we have to do is survive long enough to reap the benefits. All right, these guys are very fast and very healthy. More of these this mysterious green, like crosshair looking spaces, which are very mysterious. Good AoE damage. These guys have a lot more health. And almost just shy of 1,000. We're still chipping through them, but still, they're healthy. There's not as plentiful. This round is a lot shorter. But the dudes are very chonky. You guys got the chonks. Oh, it looks like they have armor too. Some of them have armor. Yeah, they have armor that they use for blocking. Whereas the lightning fella goes right through blocking, I'm pretty sure. But arrows do not. Arrows do not. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's a few other stragglers coming in hot. So a lot of weakened dudes. I think we're probably okay, but once again, I do have the fireball ready to go. I got my fireball itchy trigger finger. Never mind, it looks like we're good. So once again, crit chance goes up. Bam. And with you, crit chance goes up because that as we land crits, things do get better for our guys. We like that a bunch. I could build all kinds of kooky shit. I'm curious about the tornado tower. Fires tornadoes that damage enemies along their path. I'm presuming it fires in a straightaway path. So this straightaway path right here, this kind of corridor, seems like it could be quite cool. That is if, that's kind of how I think it works. I guess that's the thing though. I guess you can't really, it's kind of hard to direct. So that's a good spot right there. The way this kind of curves around, that little S curve. I don't know if this is a great place for the tornado fell in particular. Whereas the arc tower would be great there. Before I get my head inside of my own ass too far, if I build this, it would mean we could not build one of these guys, or one of these guys, or one of these guys. Actually, or one of these guys, yeah. So strengthen a tower type. Yeah, it would limit us, obviously. Oh my god, we're one wood shy. Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm going to the trading post. Give me a little bit of wood, bro. Give me a little bit of wood. I just need a little fix. Pull this thing up. Advanced towers. Towers become even cheaper. Inflation rate. What's my current focus point or honor points? 54. Inflation rate is reduced by 10%. Kind of cool. It just says the cost goes down by a little bit. So instead of one, okay, yeah, I see. And the increase also goes down accordingly. That's kind of cool. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Whereas if I built this and it strengthens a tower type, I'm assuming I get to choose. We get 54 stone next round, so I'd still be able to probably invest into the next one pretty darn well. Let's try it. I'm just curious to see what this looks like. Build a big old statue. Here's Bonnie. Hi, doggy girl. We got Bonnie the dog going under my desk. I mean, I think it might be raining, so she might be a little bit nervous. Might be a little nervous dog. It's okay. Everyone reassure Bonnie. Tell her she's a good girl and that the storms can't get her, but we'll protect her. All of us together, all of us in the chat, we're gonna band together. We're gonna lock arms. We're gonna protect Bonnie from the rain. Select one tower type to strengthen. Upgrades for the statue apply to this strengthened tower type. So I would say probably the lightning boys, because I love that shit. Increase the damage. I love those things, man. I mean, really, the numbers. Oh, the numbers do lie. I was about to say the numbers don't lie. I think I'm bullshit. I think the numbers do lie. Fuck. That's this guy, right? Suddenly the volcano mortar pops off. The one that has only existed for like 3 rounds. Good lord. Of course, it's level 2. But still extraordinary. Of course, that AoE is pretty sick. I guess that's the one to upgrade then. I mean, whatever is the most effective, make it more effective. Always increasing the damage. Yeah. Eventually you get more upgrades. Statue's bonus goes up by 5. Ooh. I could do it. We do have the points for it. By 5%, 10% is pretty good. And so this tower generates gold on kill. On kill? Oh, baby. That's pretty cool. By the way, a fun fact about myself related to something I've accidentally collected. Accidentally collect. That's an interesting concept, the idea of accidentally collecting something. I mean, there are things I've kind of intentionally collected, like music, and like going to a concert and buying a band, like a souvenir T-shirt, like a band T-shirt with the tour dates on it. So those are things that were, I would say, pretty intentional. Maybe not with the intention of like being a collector necessarily, because obviously if I was a real collector, they'd be like inside of like glass cases and they'd be held pristine for all to see and appreciate. Yeah, accidentally collected. An interesting one. Yeah, and of course, the unfortunate one is video games that I own that I've yet to play. That's an unfortunate one. And some of them are kind of accidental. Like maybe they were games gifted to me. Maybe they were games that I got in a humble bundle, that kind of thing. I'm gonna hit you with one that's like probably pretty common across the board. Motherfucking coffee mugs. Motherfucking coffee mugs. Between when I first moved out on my own, like when I first graduated college and I moved out on my own, of course I had various family members gift me extra stuff that was just, they just didn't need anymore, you know, extra tablecloths, an extra grungy, maybe not grungy, but kind of a small table and chairs, some plates, some glasses, you know, just basic stuff, and a whole heap of coffee mugs, because inevitably, as all of us get older, you know, everyone loves some fun novelty coffee mugs. It's a thing you get in various holidays, Christmas, birthdays, Valentine's Day, what have you. So over the years, I've inherited a number of coffee mugs. Some which are kind of cool and like old and classy. Others are maybe not my style, but hey, they work. They're fine. And for a while there, yeah, I had a lot of coffee mugs that I didn't really use all that often. They just kind of sat around. And then I married Gracie, and she was in the same situation that I was, where she had over the years accrued a bunch of coffee mugs from family members. Some of which were hers, some of which were from her mom, because of course her mom passed away years ago, when she was 17. So some of those were mementos from that bygone era. And then of course tragically her dad passed away in 2020 to COVID. So she got a lot. I mean, she got a lot of his stuff, but in particular, yeah, like kitchen things. So coffee mugs there as well. And then also maybe not. I mean, still sad, maybe not tragic, but still sad. Both of her grandparents on her dad's side of the family also pass away a few months after her dad dies. So you get even more kitchen-y household things from that. Of course, that gets dispersed a little bit wider, because there's other people to disperse it to. But Gracie and I were the only ones that were immediately local amongst that side of the family. Everyone else was a little bit more spread out. So that's the big one, is just accidentally collecting coffee mugs, kitchen stuff in general. But the answer I would give is coffee mugs because we already started with so many. The good news though is of course we've given so many of them away to, you know, Goodwill and other thrifting opportunities. A couple where like various friend of the family or family member goes like, oh, I like that one. It's like, here, do you want it? You can have it, please. You're doing us a favor by removing this from us so we can have more space to store stuff we actually want to store. So I like to think that's probably a fairly common across the board. I'm going to go for this one, by the way. I like to think it's a fairly common across the board kind of thing. I think like as we get older and, you know, as sad as it is, as family members pass away, as people move away, you kind of end up with those kinds of things. Extra kitcheny things, especially coffee mugs are like so frequently have like fun novelty bits in them. Some of us have nostalgia for oh, I like this one because my dad drank out of this one all the time, or my mom liked that coffee brand, and we have this a mug with the coffee label on it, that kind of thing. So I like to think that that's not a wholly unique thing, that's probably a thing that other people have experienced as well. But yeah, as far as accidentally collecting, like you know, collecting without intending to, that is the obvious one for me, at least. That's probably the obvious one for me. But that's such a unique concept. It's something I've never thought about before. So all I can think of is the stuff that I mean to collect, the stuff that I'm gunning for specifically. And maybe when I say collect, earlier I was saying like if I was a real collector, I'd have like the, you know, my music CDs in like a pristine vacuum sealed kind of situation, which of course is, you know, maybe a little bit unrealistic. But yeah, when the things that I collect, I don't just have sitting somewhere. Like I wear the t-shirts that I collect. I listen to my music. I mean, I don't just have them sitting somewhere. So yeah, the word collect can have different connotations, of course. That being said, friends, we did some cool upgrades. Let's do. Yeah, I can't afford anything else, obviously. You know, no wood. No stone right now. We'll get some stone next time, and I think I might use that stone to maybe get another arc tower fella. Suddenly, everything's a little bit more affordable. I'm excited to see these guys pop off a little bit more. We have 2 of them, I think. Yeah, we have 2 of them. And they're both pretty good damage. That one more so than this one. And they have really good range, and they're really fast, but they cannot be directed. They're wild and untamed. So we shall see how they go with this new enhancement. Is that a boss? Orc Caller. Orc Caller. He's an elite. An elite fella. It'll be a while before we have a boss, hopefully. Banner choice at the end of this level if we can make it. If we can make it. That damage is pretty dope. Oh, that kind of explains it. That kind of explains it because, you know, of course that damage is being applied to multiple enemies. They're all bundled together. So I guess it kind of like, it doesn't really cook the books, but it does help explain why the damage numbers were so much more significant. Yo, Galnith, what's up, buddy? Thank you for that raid, my man. We're playing a pretty cool little game. I don't know if you're much of a tower defense guy. Normally, I'm not. Normally, I'm not much of a tower defense guy. This one's pretty cool. It's like a tower defense, city builder, roguelike. It's kind of all over the place. And this is our best run so far, although it's a little bit spooky. It's a little bit spooky. These guys are getting closer to the end than I want them to. Might have to introduce them to Mr. Fireball if you catch my drift. Bam! Get their asses. So some of them are gonna get past. Ooh, it's not good. So, oh, they fucking shot forward. I can't cast any more spells. Ooh, is that curtains? Is that curtains for us? Oh, I think we're gonna barely live. 1 HP. 1 HP left. Making it to this round, 1 HP left. Oh, that's a little scary. That's a little scary. Thank you, Eris, for joining, and thank you, Galnith, for that raid. Good to see you, bud. It was a tight one. It was a tight one. You know, I love a good tight one. What can I say? At least we get a banner upgrade. At least we get a nice treasure for our troubles. But now we're behind the 8-ball, man. Now we're behind the 8-ball. Yeah, that was a close one. I knew this one was going to be a little bit rough because we did some upgrades, but we weren't able to, like, build any new structures. Any new, like, you know, arrow launchers or projectile launchers. So I was a little bit nervous. But we scraped it enough together. Now I'm grateful that I spent the extra juice a few rounds ago to give me a second health upgrade. A second max health upgrade, that is. So this one, I don't know, only a 1.2 chance. Not super exciting. Might do the change crit chance one. That one might be kind of cool. Or make the volcanic eruption do even more damage. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Gauna, thank you for that raid. We're playing Nordhold. Cool little, like I said, tower defense, roguelike. You just saw the tower defense part. You saw the roguelike part. In a little bit, you're going to see the city building part as well. So it's a pretty cool little game. It's, if you're curious, it's on Lorkit. And I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it so far. And then Eris is going to stab me with a giant green syringe. Is it going to make me taller? Is this mystery green serum gonna like make me taller, or maybe cure my receding hairline, or do something cool like make me grow a third arm out of my face or something? You know, make it do something cool. That's all I ask. Also, Galneth, you know how this works. Whenever somebody raids, I always love to ask if you have any clips to share. You're always such a nice dude. You always help me out whenever you're always raiding me all the damn time anyway. You're always such a cool dude, and I always appreciate you. So if there was anything of yours you wanted to share, fun moments, you know, I'm super down. Looks like the reward for killing the elite fella is some cool resources. I might hold off on that for a meowment, because that will potentially weigh in on certain construction decisions. Wood is not an option. Gold, oddly enough, is. Of course, if we got gold, we can use that to buy wood or stone or what have you. Says I got something for you. Good. Oh, you're talking about Heroes of Valor. That's right. Heroes of Valor. That's right. We got to play with Eris yesterday, and Alias and Shake. That was a fun time. Even though I had no nostalgia. I never played Battlefield Heroes. So I had no nostalgia playing it from like playing the original game. It was still fun. It was still fun firing it up. And would definitely be down to play again, especially if we were able to join Alias and or other people in his community. Because yeah, I don't know if I'd ever want to solo queue it necessarily, but I could see myself just jumping in on voice comms and seeing who's down to jump in, because that was a fun time. That was a fun time. By the way, yes, Galneth has got the goods. Here we go. Spooky alien, get ready. Prepare yourself for spooky alien times. Consider yourself warned. Is it Voices of the Void?
It seems cool and it'll be very boring. That's okay.
Here we go.
That's alright. I didn't like that lag spike.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's real. When you get that lag spike, it's like, uh-oh. What did the game load in? God damn it.
Oh my god. Right.
I'm gonna look to see if I notice it myself.
That's alright. I didn't like that lag spike.
Yep. Yeah, look at the look of realization, like, oh boy.
That's alright. I didn't like that lag spike. Oh fuck.
And the face palm. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's good, man. That's good. Got him. Oh, I love it. I love it. That was good. That was good. Thank you, bud. Yeah. Cardboard alien. You didn't know that, though. You didn't know that. He's just there, just standing in the doorway, ominously. Trying to establish dominance. Good lord. Good fucking lord, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing, Galneth. That was delightful. That was delightful. Let's see what Galneth is up to on this fine evening. Bam. Been some Enshrouded. Yo, were you playing with Voxivs? We raided him last night when he was playing Enshrouded. And I was thinking about because I've played the game. I have it on Steam. I played it once and I liked it, but I've fell behind. I haven't kept up with it at all, and I know it's gotten several updates since. It had a pretty big one, like a month or two ago. So the devs are still supporting it, which is nice. Spawns an alien cut out behind a random door. Oh, there it is. Okay, so maybe the loading, maybe the lag spike was not that. Maybe it was something else. I guess it's hard to say, but yeah, that was delightful. That was delightful. Okay, yeah, 2 separate playthroughs. I gotcha. Because I know, of course, that is a co-op game. That's awesome, man. Thank you for that raid. And I have some choices to make. I have some choices to make here. Because we just finished that round. And as you can tell, we finished that round effortlessly. Effortlessly. Because you know what they say? They always say the only hit point that matters is the last one. Only hit point that matters, or the one that matters the most, is the last one. So those other 14 hit points, they were just weighing me down. You see this glowing red, like it's about to start bleeding, like it's gonna shatter if you sneeze on it too hard? Listen, don't worry about that. What matters is we're alive, and we got nothing to worry about. So, we have some level up opportunities, which is nice too. Pretty much gonna always level up the crit chance, because we have the thing that's, well, you can't see it right now, but if we have the thing that says every time we crit, the crit damage is synergized with the crit chance percentage, and also the crit chance percentage goes up whenever you land a crit, which is pretty dope. Oh, can't do it? Can't do it, are you sure? Oh, maybe I have to click this one. I can't do it? Is that not allowed? Is that illegal? I've never had it tell me, like, you can't level that thing. Here, maybe I need to do this stuff first. Let's you know, one step at a time here. The good news is we have a lot of... we can build any one thing, which is nice. Arrow tower. I always love to increase the range. Or not the range, the rate of the arrow tower. Okay, yeah, that tells me that I need to do, like, other stuff first. Yeah, I guess I can't do anything until I deal with this first, is probably what that means. There was another one. Oh, even better. So you got two of them. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, like Farsight said, so I've never actually played the game, but I've watched people stream it. It looks like a very fun game. Looks like a very fun game. And I know the devs are always adding more stuff to it. I know the devs are like working hard at adding more like weird shit to it. And I think I read somewhere where they're like trying to like prevent people from like guessing ahead of time what the updates will entail. We're trying to like maybe like, because the game's pretty popular. I know that like their patch notes will indicate some things, but I think there's things they don't want spoiled. There's some surprises that are built in that they don't want to have ruined necessarily. Yeah, this is the make or break run. Yeah, this is a tricky one. I guess it would depend on what I want to build. The numbers don't lie. Actually, okay, the numbers do lie in this case. So now, yeah, the lightning fellas did better that round. So what I probably will do is build another arc tower. I'm thinking probably more rocks, because rocks let us build arc towers and runestone towers. So this is basically another one of those. Yeah. Kind of curious that after we've superbly juiced up the volcano mortar, it doesn't do as much damage. It didn't perform as admirably this time. Maybe the difference, though, is that previous round, we had the big boss man. The big boss man probably was like the big focus there. But whereas this time... oh, okay, fine, yeah. Whereas this time, the electric fellas did a little bit more of the juice. So we're going to use the arc towers. Oh, you can't deselect? Bro, you can't deselect, so you're committed. Well, Dylan, I feel like a bit of a dumbass then. That's a shame. I was hoping you could, like, deselect and switch to another one. Well, damn. I guess you have to... I wonder how you get more upgrade points or selection points. Yeah. Clearly, there's stuff we don't yet have. We don't yet have for that one. Well, I guess we're locked in with slightly juiced... well, with decently juiced up mortar boys. Mortar boys to be the moida boys. So let's say crit chance. It lets us do it this time. Good. I was a little bit nervous that something was goofed earlier. For the arrow towers, I'm pretty much always going to do fire rate. It's predictable, but gets the job done. This guy, more damage, because the fire rate's also already quite delicious. Can you clap alien cheeks? I'm with Gallaneth. Only one way to find out, baby. Only one way to find out. I'm curious to check out the new tornado tower. Can I do both? Can I do both tornado tower and arc tower? Yes. Now, it fires tornadoes along a path that damage enemies along their path. I'm guessing it means the tornado's path. So... And still the question of what the heck are these little thingies? What the heck are these little thingies? Still no answer on what those thingies are. All I know is that it does... It's like a separate number there. And I don't know what that separate number is for. Was the one... I was talking about doing one of these. No. It was the mortar fellows. Doing one of these here. So I don't know what that second number means. 0.21 on this little green circle thingy. Not sure what that means. The tornado doesn't have like an amazing range on its own. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. This is a juicy spot right here. We gotta put something spicy here. And real mad sexy. And that's potentially a good one. If I'm assuming what happens is that it launches a tornado and it just goes as the crow flies. It just kind of goes on a path. And so like more straightaway paths would be nice. And ideally there'd be like a juicy one. It'd be like a juicy 3 or 4 right here that would have us kind of fire down this corridor here. Get some on the side here. Yeah, this is a really sexy spot. But the question is, would that do best for the tornadoes? Or maybe another arc boy, another arc tower thing? We know these things are great. Or, to a slightly lesser extent, the runestone tower. The limited range is a bummer. Do another volcano mortar. Those things have amazing range. We have one right next to it, so I don't know if we necessarily want 2 of them. We know that the electric fellas popped off pretty good last time, so maybe I should just lean into that. Say, you know what? Electric fella, you did so well. Gonna give you a chance to shine. It still gives us potentially a chance for these guys to pop. So, the 1, that's a fancy 2, and it's still the question of this mysterious little green fellers. No idea what the green fellers are doing. Which is not bad. I like how it kind of follows it as it wraps around. That's kind of cool. There's so many ways to find out if you can smash aliens. What about smashing through them? Yes, I was gonna say, yeah, Riker knows a thing or two about such a thing. Intergalactic chat, absolutely. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's about 17 or 18. That's pretty good. Pretty good. This is the one I was also kind of thinking about. There's a 3 right next to that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, right next to that one, which is pretty good too. Pretty good. Yeah, this is the other one. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit better. Let's try it here. Let's try it here. I'm curious to see what that looks like. See how they operate in the field. It would cost us just 27 to build an arrow tower. Here's what I think I might do. Just because my curiosity is morbid, and this might be where the run falls apart and catches on fire and explodes. I might just go into the trading post and say, hey fam, oh, well, the inflation did go up a little bit. I'll say, hey fam, yo, could you hook me up with, hook a bro up with some wood, pretty please? 7 gold though to get just one bundle of wood. Because I'm, okay, that would be enough. Yeah, a bundle of 10 would be enough. What else I could do in the meantime? Because we do need wood to build more houses. Wood for more houses would be a good idea. For anybody curious, I don't know of a way to heal our life points. I do not know of a way. I'm not saying there's not a way to do it, but I've yet to gaze upon it. So, yeah, if nothing else, just for my own extremely selfish and maybe even slightly morbid curiosity. Yeah, give me some gold. So I can build one of these puppies. And give me like the sexiest one of these weird bullseye thingies. That's a 0.09. Not very advantageous there. This one's alright. 0.9 and also 0.5. But it doesn't reach corridors very well. That's probably our best bet. That one's okay. That one's right next to it, which is kind of cool. I just want to know what it does. Because there's 2 separate numbers there. There's like, it fires this thing in this range, but it does something else in this range. I don't know what that something else is, and I'm so curious. I'm so hot and bothered at the concept of something new and exciting happening. My mind is a flutter. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. Feeling something. So sure enough, let's go with Wasn't there a 2? Wasn't there a 2 for? I guess this is the best one. If I click it, does it tell me anything? It's not. It tells me nothing. Its lips are sealed. Have a good night, Meerkat. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate you popping in. Thank you for joining in from the raid from our friend Galanith. Super cool dude bringing their super cool dudes and dudettes in as well, which I appreciate. We do got some gold. We got some gold, so we could potentially do a little something, something. I could be more fertile. I could be more fertile and breedable, if you will. Starting with the thing, yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. I mean, well, again, wheat is not much of the issue here. We'll need 140 wheat eventually. Wood is a little bit more pertinent, and I don't have the gold to afford another wood increase. So maybe what I'm more likely to do is to say slightly less stone, or do I want to do less wheat? Probably less wheat and more wood. Stone's still pretty important. Stone is still pretty important. Are there any other upgrades I could snag? Productivity bonus. Sure. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. Good. Good. All right. Well, 1 HP. Exploring new regions. Oh, yeah. What's the worst that could happen? A new thing has spawned, by the way. Sir, a new glyph has entered the equation. Mr. President, a second glyph, a second unknown glyph has entered the situation. So, as I'm watching him shoot arrows, I can't see anything different happening. Maybe it's bonus damage. I don't know. I can't really tell. Can't really tell. All I know is we're doing good damage. We're doing good. These guys are fast and very healthy. Fast and very healthy. It's a dangerous combination. No elites, I don't think. Yeah, zappity zapping them really good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give them the zappity zaps. Beautiful. Just that guy. We got lots of armored boys. More armored than I wanted them to be. That's kind of okay. So it does just follow the path. And that's pretty cool. That was pretty effective earlier. If we check the stats, it did okay, but it does pale in comparison to the big boys. Of course, these are the two big boys. So now we're getting to the final destination. Oh, well, I mean, I can only do this so many times. That's curtains. Yeah, I can't cast anymore. That's curtains. That's curtains, but that's okay. We got an achievement that said reaching the gold rank in normal mode. So I guess I'm a gold boy. Choose a reward. Because again, the meta progression means you're expected to get got. That's how it goes. A little bit Warhammer-esque, a little bit Dark Tide-esque. I would not disagree. Purchasing relics. That's cool. Sacrifice workers to obtain powerful relics. Okay, bro. Workers are such a limited resource. Why would I do that? I would say buying relics makes way more sense. Look at all the other rewards we got. Like that. We know about the statue. We know about the workshop. Don't know about the Alving feast or the woodworking efficiency. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So the new stations, blessings of strength. Oh, we already know about that. Yeah, that would make the strength, the statue bonus go up a little bit further. So start each future game with a common relic. Increase the chance of legendary relics appearing in the marketplace. That's if you have a lot of gold to sit on, obviously. If you have a lot of gold to sit on. Got some Monster Hunter. Nice, man. Good shit. Thanks to the gambling addicts on Steam. Do you mean the you mean like selling like Counter-Strike skins, that kind of thing? Because there's money in them Dar Hills, for better or for worse. For better or for worse. Some folks are into that kind of shit. Not to yuck their yum. Just saying, it's an observation. Tavern productivity bonus goes up by 10%. 177 is a pretty good amount. In fact, is there anything at the castle level that I couldn't afford earlier? It's a relics that have boss drops. I don't know what the chance goes up. Oh no, increase the choice of relics, not the chance. The choice. Okay, that makes more sense. And these are a little bit not quite as exciting. Starting with more gold. It's just okay. Earnings from trading ships goes up by 1 gold per level. Inflation rate repeated Construction applications goes down a little bit. It's 150. I'm tempted to hold off and see if we can buy another weapon, another tower station, another tower type. I know at 250 you could buy one. And I'm tempted to maybe just wait on all these things for that guy. Postponed pleasures. Reserve relics, that's kind of cool. I think it's exactly what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off. It is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it so far. We got a third option here, which is kind of cool. More wood, but the first boss is real healthy. Real healthy. Common banner choice in the first tower. First tower gets a common banner choice. I mean, the first tower is always going to be an arrow guy. I guess not necessarily. It could be an arc guy. I'll go with that one. We could build an arc fell at the very start, at least. But no, thank you again to Gallanith for that raid. Gallanith mentioned that, yeah, might check the game out. It is on Lorkit for any streamers listening in that might want to try to acquire a review key. It is on Lorkit. I don't know if the campaign's still going on for it, but that's where I got my key. I got mine. It was CSGO. It was the cases. Okay, yeah, not the skins, but the cases. $6 a pop. Just had them lying around, and now you got Monster Hunter. There you go, Eris, the savvy consumer. And Sevi, thank you for the affiliate well-wishing. Yeah, to be honest, I was not aware that I guess it was the 28th. I was not aware that the 28th was my affiliate anniversary. The only reason I knew it is because my chat window told me it was when I was streaming yesterday, so I was like, this is news to me, but cool. It's not exactly an anniversary I've marked on my calendar, but still happy about it. Still happy about it. So there's the market. Prepare for upcoming market offers. So, yeah, so we don't know what the relics... how the relics happen. Reduce the prices offered to you. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Every 5 waves. Oh, it happens here somewhere. Somewhere around here. First one on wave 8. Okay. Acquire relics, presumably by paying through, with gold. That's where it is worthwhile to have gold. To build up some gold. Am I getting the hang of it? I like to think so right now, Klops. We got to level 12? 13? We beat the first boss. We beat the first boss, and that was pretty cool. I like to think we're getting there. Definitely hire some more workers, and by workers, I mean worker. Yeah, it seems like no matter how you slice it, you want to... One tower, and probably just the one. I do love these electric fellas. The volcano mortars are very good, but the electric boys are just so powerful. Get a common reward right from the get-go. Remind you again next year for the oiled up. That's right. We were talking about doing some kind of bonus stream where I get my sexiest speedo and I oil up with my most shiny body lotion, and then I spend the entire stream sliding out of my chair, just squeaking across the floor because I can't sit in my chair properly because I'm too lubricated, too well lubed. Adds extra jumps, but minimizes the damage. Wait, hold on. Minimizing damage, decrease after each jump. Okay. I mean, it's not too bad, honestly. That's not too bad of a downside if I'm reading it right. Have a 1.2 chance, and that one's just okay. The crit chance increases its crit damage to a certain share, which is pretty cool, honestly. Pretty cool. So one more jump. So the one more jump part is obvious, is well understood. Minimizing damage decrease after each jump. Minimizing damage decrease after each jump. Because we know that the damage goes down for a jump. That one makes sense. Yeah, this one doesn't seem too punishing. It seems too punishing. This seems like it's pretty reasonable. I was thinking there was going to be like some downside of that, but it's like if I'm reading this right, this is pretty good across the board, honestly. Beating the first boss. Yeah, the first boss defeat was good, and then yeah, like the next round of dudes was scary, and then the elite fellas also was scary. Yeah, the reduction is not... Yeah, exactly. So it's like, this seems pretty good. Like, a lot of the times it's like, oh, you get a quicker fire rate, but it does less damage. So I was thinking, oh, it jumps more, but the reduction will be more punishing is what I was thinking. And that was pretty chill, actually. Pretty chill. That'll be enough for the first couple rounds, most likely. So now, probably the obvious one. Build a mill. Some workers in there. I have 2 workers. Let's probably just do 2 and 2. Could build the tavern. Increases productivity. Probably makes sense to have that fairly early on. This also makes sense to have early on, honestly. Yeah, that'll be a nice to have eventually. For sure. Can't do them both. Better productivity or cheaper building costs. For towers. Tower building costs. I don't think we're going to need to build another tower anytime soon. This will be able to carry us for the next couple rounds. But of course the gold... Or of course the wood... acquiring rate? Acclimation rate? The accumulation rate of gold, or rather of wood, is pretty low. Workers' productivity, which would be the stuff, yeah, the stuff inside, yeah. I think that's the one to build for the start, at least. We could go ahead and jump that up a little bit further if we wanted to. We'd say actually increase it to 30% for our workers, which would be nice. They create a little bit more juice. So you can see next round it'll be instead of 20, 24 is a little bit better. Or I could just go ahead and say, since I'm a little bit concerned about wood, I could say spend 5. That's up 2 per round. So that gives us the same bonus, honestly. That will grow as we put more dudes there. I think I'll just go for this one. Oh, I lied. This was... Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Right. Okay, so with the 15... Or with the 15 cost, 30% actually takes that a little bit higher. So that... I think that was the right call. I think that was the right call. I don't know if I want to spend all of my gold from the get-go. We'll eventually want to build... Quarry for sure. Quarry has some real good stuff there. Real good stuff there. If we wanted to, we could build a volcano mortar. I think I want to wait till we're a little bit further out. I think that's good. Okay, we got the workers assigned. In fact, I might even just build a quarry next round. That'd be the key. But once again, oh, houses. Actually, never mind. Houses will be the next priority. Okay, that's the obvious one. Okay. Be a quick 2-tap. Yeah, just real easy. Real easy on that one. All right, so yeah, for sure, build houses. Now, at the beginning of not, well, I could cook the books a little bit, reassign somebody to be there instead of the lumberjack's place to afford a guaranteed worker next round. But to do that, if I went to say, give me more wheat per round, so I would increase to it, yeah, 2 each round. Actually, I guess that would do it too. Would increase it by 4. Yeah, that would do. We wouldn't have to reduce wood production. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, probably next round we'll build a quarry then. Get the next worker, and we'll be able to put a worker in the quarry. We'll have just enough wood, just barely. Just barely. Should be able to zap them all, especially with that extra jump. Yep, sure enough, we saw a jump twice there. It's pretty good. That's a really good upgrade for being a common upgrade. Pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. Have a good night though, Farsa. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for hanging out, bud. I was gonna build the quarry, and I'm a man of my word. Alright, the workers. Build the thing. Make it so. Seems pretty good. 13 per round, that's not bad. Not badge. Not badge at all. Any delicious looking 4s that I just can't live without? Got a couple pretty good 3s. That's pretty darn good coverage. Pretty darn good coverage. Yeah, let's pop that guy right there. except for towers for a bit. We don't have the trading post available yet. Anything else? Oh, I set up. Yeah, we had 195. What am I saving up for? Oh my god, we're so close to the shadow tower. Shoots 3-shot bursts at different enemies that apply a weakness, which make them take more damage. You'd want to place that pretty far down the line. Or we save up for the frost tower, which slows them. That's pretty cool. Emits a slowing nova. I don't know for how long it slows. That could be cool. And I like the idea of that kind of nova emittance. Or like if you have that snaking kind of path, one of those in a choke point could be just delicious. Truly, truly delicious. Since it's minimal damage, or minor damage rather. That one's probably more damage, but yeah, this one seems like such great utility. I don't know. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go for. Make a choice. We'll reach these guys. Even that's a pretty good little S curve there. That fire rate's real slow. We were pretty spoiled last time. I really liked that upgrade that made the fire rate crazy high, but made them impossible to aim. That's pretty cool. Increase the range. Oh, but reduce fire rate. Yeah, that's what I usually expect to see. Some kind of trade-off. Some kind of thing that says you get a nice bonus, but there's a downside. The critical hit increases the future chance. That one's cool, but this one makes me curious. What's this burn on impact? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, yeah. Ignites the field, causing additional burn. That sounds dope. That sounds dope. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. That makes me want to invest more in to volcano mortars. Not Mordors, in which one does not simply walk, of course. The fire rate is always great. Fire rate is always great. Damage is nice too. And the range is pretty good already. The range goes up a little bit. That's pretty good. I think fire rate's just always such a great one, man. It's hard to go wrong with a fire rate upgrade. Hard to go wrong. Alright, so the Shadow Tower is upgradable. Or well, rather, unlockable, rather. I'm sure we're a ways away from being able to use it. Do I save up for the Frost Tower? It'll probably be a bit. Another 50 would take a couple more rounds. Several more rounds, I think. Slowing Nova. That does sound really sick. The weakening thing sounds great. The downside with the weakening thing is that you really want to place them far away, like far down the line. I guess it depends on how long the weakness lasts. It might not last forever. It might not be like a curse that lasts until they die or until they reach the end. It might be the kind of thing where you have the weakness as like so many seconds or so many hexes crossed kind of deal. Talking about the One Ring, but everyone's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen a lot of Lord of the Rings edits in my day, but I've not seen that one. I might hold off on that for a little bit. Next worker's at 80. I'll put us at 60. Not up this ante right now, and we're really in no position to do so anytime soon. We could do one of these. That gets us, what is that, 50 plus? That would get us to a guaranteed worker next round. Less wood, though. Less wood. I don't think I need wood for at the immediate future. Gold mine would be nice. Would be nice, but I don't know. I think I'm almost inclined to say a money venture would be the trading post. This would put us a little bit short of the trading post. I think I'm okay with that. Workers are so important early on. More workers. More workers, more better. More gooder. Yeah. I'm good with that. Explore. Pretty sure these two can handle what we're throwing at them right now. Got the fast boys. Got the fast boys. Burn, baby, burn. It's not a ton of damage. Oh, but it is damage over time, which is nice. That's pretty nice. So it causes a DOT. Yeah, that's pretty... Okay, so every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. The does make that be the damage dealer. Of course, it's the one earliest in the line, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. So now we got this guy. Well, bam. We need to build more houses before we can up the ante even further. That is okay with me. Probably another one of these guys. Might go ahead and just say... Maybe. So what I might do is say 2 of those boys. Just 2 and 2 and 2. All across the board. All across the sky. Yeah, next time probably the trading post. The tower thing, or the statue thing rather. I'm definitely tracking. I'll be tracking the statue boy. My appeal for that one. I wish it would tell you how much it cost, like what resources it costs to build. I'm gonna guess probably gold and stone. The stone is like a fairly high level, you know, a later in the round thing, and gold obviously absolutely is later on. I have a ton of gold to my name right now, so yeah. The gold mine, how much is it? It's like 2 by default. It's like 2 per person. It's pretty meager. Whereas this guy, if you have a lot of wood, you can build ships, which return a little bit more. Return a little bit more. Am I wrong? Is it? I can't remember what it was. It's not a very generous amount per worker, but it is consistent. It is reliable, old reliable. Anything else? Anything else I want to do here? We don't really have any immediate need for more stone. We also don't have an immediate need for a fuck ton more wheat. I'm tempted to pump more into wood. I think wood might be more immediately beneficial. I guess if I wanted to, I could spend that last 5 and make it a little bit more worth our while. Go into it. That'll be quite a bit more wood. Yeah. Let's go for it. Let's go for it, and still think we're doing okay. We'll get a hero choice at the end of the next round. I'm gonna go ahead and build something. The only thing I could build would be this guy. Only costs 10. That's nothing, right? I think we're still doing okay. I think our stuff is strong enough. These 2 units. Although we're probably reaching the point pretty soon where relying on just these 2 can only take us so far. So yeah, we'll probably need to up the ante pretty soon here. It's really not too bad though. It's not too bad. There we go. Yeah, that's a good cluster right there. A good clussy of fire. Very good. Very good. So now, brings wood and brings gold. Just brings some resources. Has a couple cool spells. Less chance of branching. Power upgrades. Cost less gold per level. But I'm not really spending. I'm not really buying upgrades. Usually I wait for the levels to just happen organically. Ring ship costs. And elite enemy chance. You know what? That sounds pretty good. I don't love that devastation one, but lightning strike could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. I was actually thinking about that. Knowing that we're now placing an AoE on the ground, which could be really useful. Maybe want to encourage things that are like further up the further up the line, basically. Or a large cluster of enemies. That would probably make a lot of sense too. Yeah, largest cluster of enemies. Yeah. I think that says 1. Oh, that's probably for the lightning fella, probably. Huh. I didn't realize there was like a... Is there a tiered system? All towers of that type? Oh, I guess you can establish. I see. You can establish like a priority. I see. So if there are equal clusters, Yeah, then you would say, okay, I see what they mean. I see what they mean. So so first is these guys, and then whoever has the most health. The one that says who's closest, I guess, yeah, closest to the tower, really. Oh, well, not the tower, from the base, rather. Closest to the gate. There might not be one for closest to the gate. Just closest to this tower. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Closest to the village. Yeah, not farthest, but closest. And then everything. Okay, cool. By the way, he has a level, by the way. Probably that fire rate. Oof. That does not increase the fire rate very much. Shame, yeah, we can't increase the radius. Range wouldn't be bad. But range is pretty good. That range I mean, it's already very good. It takes its existing strength and makes it more strengthified. Probably just more damage. More damage. Reawakened your curiosity. Yeah, it's a genre. Yeah, I'm with you. It's a genre I've really never delved into, and it makes me wonder if I'm doing myself a disservice. Because it is fun. This is pretty cool. Tower building costs. That would be awfully nice. Would be awfully nice, but I'm a little bit more concerned about my gold needs. It's 5 gold per wave. Yeah. Go for that. 5 gold per wave. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I think that's more than what the gold mine gives you by default, at least. I think. By the way, Green Leader, thank you for that raid. Thank you for that raid, bud. We're playing a cool little game. This is Nordhold, and this is my first time playing it. But I'm pretty impressed. I was just saying earlier that I don't really play a lot of tower defense games. But I do enjoy me a good roguelike, and I do sometimes do city builders, sometimes. So this one is... It does a lot of things pretty well. It's a little bit outside my wheelhouse, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Enjoying it a whole bunch, so it's a good time. Let's do a quick shout out for Green Leader. See what they've been up to. Oh, hold on. Help us if I get your full screen name. Help if I get the full screen name. Doing some Crusader Kings. Very nice, man. Very nice. That's a series that intimidates the shit out of me, but I think I ought to play it at some point. I love RimWorld for like the stories you inevitably kind of generate when you play that game, and Crusader Kings seems like it goes especially hard in that same vein as well. So I hope you're enjoying it. That game looks extremely cool. And but the density of that game does intimidate me. It looks intimidating for sure. But by the way, Green Leader, whenever somebody raids, I always love to ask if anyone has any clips to share. If you or any of your viewers have any fun things you'd like to share with us. No pressure, of course, but you've done me a solid by bringing your peeps to me. The least I can do as a thank you is to give you an opportunity to share something of yours with the people that were already here, because that way we get that cross-pollination. You know, your peeps are seeing what I'm about. That way my peeps can see what you're about. Everybody gets a little something out of it, so you know, everyone kind of benefits from it. So thank you. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, RimWorld. Yeah, so you understand exactly kind of what I'm getting at. The sort of like narratives we invent as we play, or that evolve as we play. Certainly RimWorld, and absolutely for Crusader Kings. Because I remember 2 was the big one for a good while there, but I know 3 came out a while ago, and that one. It seems so dense, but it seems so cool. I could make another mortar, by the way. And we have the cool AoE, that burnification, the burnination they place on the ground. Pretty cool. We're also a little bit a ways away from unlocking that frost tower. But I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the shadow tower. Let's get the shadow tower. Sure enough, it takes gold. I'm not surprised. There. Yeah. 3 had some mixed reviews. I think you're right. I think when it first came out, it was being compared to 2, which is kind of unfortunate because 2 had years of patches and additional content upgrades. So yeah, 3, you know, might be a little paling in comparison when it first came out. But I haven't checked on it since then, so I don't know what its current state is necessarily. But I'm glad you're liking it so far, yeah. Like I said, the ball's in your court. If you had any clips, if you want to share anything hilarious, anything silly, anything tragic, anything cringe, I'm down for all of it. I'm down for all of it, and Lord knows I am not a stranger to cringe myself. I embrace it. Unfortunately, I have no choice but to embrace it. What else can I do? I can't fight it. Might as well embrace it. Got to build more houses before we can get more workers. We will get to that point next round. Next round we will get to that point. We're popping off on the wood for sure. Holding off on the gold mine. We have a lot of stone. Relative to how much we typically have in this kind of case. So yeah, another Arky boy, which costs a little bit of wood. Another Arc fella or another Volcano fella. Tornado towers are cool. They are cool. I didn't see what their damage was. I don't know if it was the bestest though. I'm looking at like kind of what we have here. So we got one right there. Yeah, we already have a fire fella right there. This kind of snaking corridor has some pretty cool potential for sure. +4 range is pretty nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it's like any kind of case like this where the enemies kind of meander like that. That's a good opportunity. Bannerlord, that game looks cool too. Although I didn't think it was. Well, maybe it is similar in some ways to Crusader Kings. I guess I've never really seen too much gameplay from it. I assumed it was more narrative based, like more story based. Well, I mean, Crusader Kings is story based too, but it's more dynamic, more procedurally generated. Whereas I assume Bannerlord was a little bit more predetermined, but since I've never played either one, I don't know shit. I can't pretend to know shit. Well, I could pretend, but I wouldn't be very convincing. Would not be a convincing pretend. But when there, I'm liking that fire spewing. It's pretty cool. Actually, it's the opposite of cool. It's actually quite warm. It's actually quite hot. But I like that a lot. We still have a decent bit of wood, or stone rather. If we wanted to, we could build an arrow tower. I think I'd rather save the wood. So we can build the houses next round. Of course, building the houses next round, what does that really get us? It doesn't do much for us unless we have the wheat to make it worth our while. So there's really no rush, honestly. It'd be one thing if I could immediately gain the benefit of both, but I think there's no rush. I think that's good. And let's do the next one. So there's a teensy bit of overlap between these two. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Oh, elite fella, by the way. Kind of rare to see an elite guy this early on. I think we'll probably be okay. Probably. That stack? I think it does stack. It's pretty good. I might need to lightning his ass. I will lightning his ass. And smack his ass down. I'm noticing a concerning trend here. That AoE is good, but it's not quite as good as I was hoping it would be. Or rather, I mean, no, it is still pretty good. But that was not a commanding victory. That got me a little bit nervous. Of course, we are focusing a lot of energy on the elite boy. Choose your banner. So increases the crit chance. We could give us more burns. We could reduce the AoE. But the fourth shot is huge. Build duration is the same. Kind of a shame that doesn't go up, honestly. It's a little bit of a shame. Stacks at impact. Wait, are we saying the range goes up? That wouldn't make sense. Hex field. Stacks at impact. So I guess it applies. Oh, because a single stack is only 1 damage. So this is just more damage over time. Okay. Yeah. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Yeah, it was a little bit close. Now, it's not the end of the world if a bad guy reaches the end. We have 15 HP down here. I don't know if my overlay might be covering part of it. But we have 15 HP. And if an enemy touches the barrier, they deal 1 damage. So and then they get zapped. So it's not the end all be all if they reach it. But would rather not. Would rather not. feel like this year in particular has been pretty stacked with really cool indie game releases, and I'm having a hard time keeping up. We played Promise Mascot Agency last night, and oh my fucking god, that game is a trip. And it's all I've thought about since then. I was tempted to just throw my schedule out the window today and just play that instead. And I might do that still later this week. Promise Mascot Agency is such a weird experience, but it's like there's something about it, man. It's just it's alluring. It's like a black hole. It just sucks you in. You can't look away, man. Don't listen to the Dark Souls 2 haters. Dark Souls 2 haters are they're a not small numbered bunch. There are people out there that do not like Dark Souls 2, and I understand their critiques are probably pretty valid, right, from what I've heard, but I've never played it, and I still want to try it. Even if people are screaming in my ear, Alex, don't ever touch it with a 10-foot pole, I still want to try it, so I probably will eventually. It's just a question of when. Question of when, not if. Question of when, not if. And then Dark Souls 3, yeah. Yeah, and of course Bloodborne. Now I don't have a PS4, so I can't play Bloodborne. Maybe someday eventually it'll get ported, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Not gonna hold my breath. Yeah. Honestly, Kara, it might be your kind of jam, because I know, because Kara has a penchant for goofy shenanigans. That game is Goofy Shenanigans, the game. I think you'll love it. I think you'll love it. It's so fun. I've actually never played Paradise Killer, and it's the same developer, of course. Heard that's another good one. Yeah, if you love Paradise Killer, oh man, that's a match made in heaven for you, Kara. Holy shnikes. Wait. Eris says Dark Souls 2 is good, and then they said, well, I never tried Dark Souls 2. Eris says, trust me, bro, I love that game. Well, I've never actually played it. I mean, I guess like if you watch other people stream it, I think I see what you mean, but yeah. Lies of P, yes, and Karzan, that's right, or Kazan, rather. Yeah, I've heard Lies of P in particular is amazing. Yeah, so Eris, that's fair, yeah. If you've seen the playthrough, you probably know what to expect. Zabatsu liked it, good to see you, Zabatsu. Good to see you, bud. Let's get back into this game, and I have an upgrade, or rather, not an upgrade, but a war supply bonus. I was talking about how I was thinking about getting some twerkers going. God damn it, I'm 2 wood short. Oh, no, never mind, I'm 12 wood short. That makes me feel less bad. The house situation. If wood was on here, I would have taken the wood. Instead, I might take the wheat, because the wheat would let me very immediately get the workers hired when the time were to come. Well, not like immediately, but it would be next round. Yeah, let's go for that one. Go for the wheat. We saw how close that round got. We definitely need to up the ante. We have a lot of antes that can be upped. The Runestone Tower is a very good one. That's a very good one. The range is kind of scrungy. Range is not the bestest, but there are opportunities here, because once again, we have this like snaking path right here. That's a pretty good one. Any sort of snaking path that is near and maybe even dear to our hearts has some options here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About this one's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. About the same. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's a little bit more. Let's build it here. I like the Runestone Tower. That's a good one. Expensive, but it's exceptionally powerful. It's very quick. The range is shitty. The limited range is a bummer, but it is good. They're right. There are options. There are options for playing Bloodborne on PC. But I need to own a physical copy, a physical, legally acquired copy of the game. Or for legal purposes, I am required to state that to emulate it, I would need to buy a copy of the game, which I guess wouldn't be that hard to do, obviously. So yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, there are options. But yeah, I've heard good things about Kazan. What's up, AC? I've heard really good things about that one. Yeah, some might even prefer it. That's what's kind of funny, is that, you know, there's some games that like do things differently from software in such a way that some people prefer them. Yeah, Remnant. Remnant's a good example of that, where some people love Remnant. That's Remnant 1 and 2. Heard really good things about that one. And of course, some people like Armored Core more than like Dark Souls. Of course, it's still from software, but you know, there's enough overlap between those two game. Well, the last one especially, but between those two game, those two series, where you know, you could kind of see where there's some overlap, and like being able to enjoy one, you could probably enjoy the other. At a yard sale, just need a PS4. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's hard to like justify buying a PS4 basically for one game. There's other PS4 exclusives I'd be down for eventually, but Bloodborne would be at the top of the list. Obviously. Of course it'd be at the top. The tippity top. See, a little bit shy on wood. No other stone things. We're holding off on the wheat. Yeah. We could build an arrow tower. This is going to be round 6. These two alone be enough. I built an arrow tower. Where would I put it? Into which place would I stick it? A lot of these high range hexes are in very unfortunate places. Like they're so far back. It's hard to feel great about them. Yeah, the exposure to the actual corridor is pretty minimal. Now this could wrap back around. This one could be amazing later on, but right now it's kind of lame sauce. Never played them. I've only played the first one. I've only played Armored Core 1, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very good game, and you can see the glimmers of like From Software kinds of motifs where you're always trying to manage your stamina accordingly. Although it's not stamina, it's like jetpack recharging basically, and all the different kinds of build options and the way the levels are kind of paced. You can see some like glimmers of like what would later become things like Dark Souls. Of course, Kingsfield is like, the OG From Software experience. But yeah, it's a good series. It's a good series. Even if you're not into mechs, you're not really into mechs necessarily, it's a good series. Good series, yeah. Yeah, maybe right here, but I feel like there's something we could put something else really good there. I think I'll save my resources. Let's roll it. Oh, we got a 2 spawner. Ooh, that's unfortunate. But it's also fortunate because it gives us options. Gives us options at least. Do they run faster when they're on fire? No, they don't. Okay, I was misunderstanding the assignment. This guy's doing good. Glad we got this guy. Now, of course, the fire fellows are the ones doing the most damage. Obviously, especially with that AoE, or the DOT rather, damage of over time. Damage of time. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's a good synergy. This guy just in front of this guy helps to kind of capitalize on the burnination. That guy getting slapped. Got his ass. That was a lot easier than I thought it would. Than I thought it would be, rather. We didn't take any other crazy things. We did the jumps. I mean, the range is always good. The rate is always good too. Damage is nice. Can't really go wrong with damage. Fire rate. Yeah, fire rate every time. Basically every time. It's still From Software, yeah. I think not a lot of things in common. I mean, it's obviously, mechs and sci-fi. Like, the mood is entirely different. But I don't know, I'm thinking about, like, at least in the very first game, the way that some of the encounters were paced out. Of course, it's level-based, whereas Dark Souls is more, one persistent world. So that's more of a technical limitation, I think. I don't know, I feel like under the hood, when, like, you kind of grind them down to, like, their... and the basic game design tenets, you can definitely see some like From Software common practices between the two games. But I mean, of course, yeah, they are obviously quite different, and liking one is not a guarantee you like the other, obviously. Have I seen Lunacid? I've seen Lunacid, yeah. Our friend Alias was streaming it a while back, and that one looks awesome. I don't own it, but I've seen it. I seen it, and it looks really fucking cool. Looks like a really cool one. I don't know if it's smart to put so much here. I see such an inviting opportunity here, and it's hard to pass it up. It's just so inviting. Before I get too ahead of myself. And I've been known to do so. Get another worker hired. And we'll put the worker probably also in the court. Well, you already have 2 there. Probably... I don't have any immediate need for more. Oh, actually, that would be nice, honestly. But yeah, no immediate need for like a ton of wood. So probably more here. That way we can hire another worker. And those 2 friends tell 2 more friends, etc., etc. Yeah, some of the same principle. Exactly. Some of the same principles, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive stuff. But that did cost quite a bit of wood. And we can still afford one of these guys. Another arc tower. I do love these things. I do love these things. That's an interesting curve. And if I continue to explore that direction, that only gets better. I wish I could reach into that little, like up here. Wish I could reach up here a little bit better. A tempting one. That's a tempting one. Whereas if I put that here, so it's the old classic strategy is to just count them out. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 50, about 16 or 17. And then here, right now, without any future growth potentials. Yeah, I think I might go for this one. Because if we explore this direction, you know it's guaranteed to provide an opportunity there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That would also make the lightning fellas, you know, be able to do some damage this time. Because they didn't get a chance to shine last time. They don't always need to shine, but it's nice when they do. Nice. Saving up gold. Yes, in fact, next time we'll be able to make a shadow tower. And that's exciting to me. That's deeply, deeply exciting. Say we run it. Say we roll it. Yeah, this one. That's very nice. It's very nice, yeah. Big boys. Got some big boys coming in hot. Spawning from 2 places. A little rough. We have 1 elite fella. It's an honorary From Software game. It's got... Oh, the Poison Swamp. Dude, that is the classic. Miyazaki just cannot help himself when it comes to a delicious, delicious Poison Swamp. Who can blame him? Who can blame him? Who doesn't love a good Poison Swamp from time to time? These guys dying to the DOT makes it feel very worth an investment. I like to think that was a worthwhile investment as well. Is the elite still going? He is still going, but not for much longer. I have kill 4 dudes. Oh, it's not even damage 4 dudes. It's kill 4 dudes or lightning strike. Looking like we won't need them. Oh, first relic is free from the tutorial at least. Let's save up some gold. Our first relic. How exciting. How exciting. If the life points of the village shield are below 50, receive 2 more energy. Energy? Oh, spell energy. That's cool. Elite enemies HP reduced. That's nice. Necrotic curse. When you cast a spell, you gain 2 gold. Huh. 2 gold. Elite enemies. Not bosses. Elite enemies. Right. Common, common, common. Common, 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 chameleon. You come and go. I have no gold. Yeah. Marker will be at wave 13. Cool. Thanks, bud. Cast a spell, gain 2 gold. If I do my job right, this should never happen, right? Receive energy. If it's below, you get +2 energy. Does that mean +2 maximum energy? It probably does. Bigger and stronger. They spawn randomly. They of course drop chests. Yeah. Let's go for that. We could buy another one, but we don't have the monies. We're too poor. I might take the wood this time. Did kill that guy, which is pretty cool. The elite fellers. Elite fellers. So yeah, the wood. Wood is tempting. The wood is tempting. Need a mighty need for lots of wood. Stone, more of that guy. Yeah. Oh, the stone would have potentially let me build a statue, which I probably ought to save up for. Probably ought to save up for that. 20 stone here. It's not too bad. It costs all of our gold, unfortunately. Could go and build a gold mine. Oh, I'm one word short. I'm one word short, dude. Oh my god, that's tragic. That's hilarious, actually. Tragic and it's hilarious. I mean, I could just buy some, but it would cost all of my gold. Well, not all of my gold, but it would make it so I couldn't build one of these things. And I do want to see what they're like. Ooh, that's not a good cost, or not a good price for the gold. It's kind of not great. More like Nordhold. I made the exact same joke, guys, so I'm too predictable. Too predictable. We could build a gold mine. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and give me more gold per round. It's 30. Next round, we could also get this guy. That's only for tower building costs. But I'm about to build a tower. This costs tower building costs. God dang it, man. I can't build that one right now. Yeah, I think we'll probably build that next round. More gold incoming. More gold coming in hot. Ancient bargains. Reduces the price. There's that one glowing. Reduces stone costs. Oh, because that's the level. That's the second tier of it. We've never seen that one. That's actually pretty cool. Power construction. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Don't have that for that guy. I do have it for the wood one though. Cool. And probably for the hay one as well. Okay, I guess there's no hay. It's me. Hay for the wheat one. There's no equivalent for the wheat one. There probably is an equivalent one for the gold mine though. Let's go ahead and build it. Let's go ahead and build it. I don't know what happens when you like finish a square. It wouldn't affect this guy at all. That way we can go ahead and, I mean, we could increase the range more, which would increase it by quite a bit. That would increase it by quite a bit. Potentially, like, you know, up further into some, like, sexy zones here. I don't know what happens when you reach a dead end there. I think it still continues to spawn from that location. Where's fire rate is... Well, no, actually, I wouldn't do fire rate. I'd probably do damage. Fire rate goes up so little. So little. It's so pitiful. Yeah, I'm gonna say let's go for it. Let's go for it. Go for that range upgrade because that could be quite powerful. Going from that direction. And for this guy, the range is not that good here innately, although that's not bad. What if I wanted to only affect dudes coming from that area? It'd be cool if we could affect things kind of at this nexus point here. Presumably, if it applies like a weakened curse, it probably doesn't last forever, but it would be a nice to have. To apply it as, you know, as frequently as possible and as early on as possible. No delicious 4s here. Or is putting something like right here is just as good, really, if not better. As that, you know, you get him right as you spawn, but at least here, we're able to reach. It has that very nice curve, that very nice kind of wrapping around. Yeah, my tried and true strategy is to kind of count it out, so we'll say 1, 2, 3. It's pretty darn good. Yeah, this one was, I mean, it's a bigger number, but I think it touches fewer cells. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think this one's probably the way to go. It seems the ones are usually less exciting. Go for that one. I'm excited to try that one out. And I think I will have us explore that way to see what that's all about. Have any underutilized workers or anything? Let's roll it. That creates a little hut. Nothing special about the hut so far as I can tell. And sure enough, there's the curse. The weakened state. You know, when it exits its range, good to know. Well, not quite when it exits its range, but yeah, there is a limited amount of time where the curse is applied. It lasts a pretty good long while. To really maximize the effect, we should put something else around here. Or around here, even. I mean, this guy is able to reach pretty good. But more stuff to capitalize on that weakened state would be nice. Any elite fellas? Yes, we have one elite fella. He is weakened. Love to see it. Well, things were getting up to that point. Got those fast boys in particular. Fast fellers, but that damage over time really melts them down. Elite guy's about half health. If nothing else, we can always lightning him. I don't think we're gonna have to, though. I think he's gonna be the singular focus. Oh yeah, it's curtains for him. There we go. Shadow towers transfer excess damage to the next enemy. That's cool. That's really good. I like that a lot. Arc tower hits. Ooh, I like that one too. That one too. Are the runestone towers distributed? Across 3 beams to attack for different enemies. Damage is reduced. Oh, it's reduced a lot. Reduced a lot, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's dispersed against 3 beams. So you take that same number and basically divide it by 3. That number is going to be a little bit lower than this number. So, like, this is a little bit of a net gain. Pretty rough. This one's amazing, though. 48% more damage when they have 70% health or more. That's a no-brainer right there. That's just amazing. Might take the stone this time because I was thinking about this guy. You know what? That's my answer. Final answer. Final answer. Build me the stone, fella. And we know that whichever one you choose, you're locked in for the remainder of the run. You're locked in for the remainder of the run, whichever one you choose. It's a little scary. I'm gonna hold off on which one from Meowment. Go and get that guy. Can't do both. I could do one or the other. Yes, yes. How far away am I from doing cool shit? We're gonna get the wheat bonus soon. Which is to say I really don't need that, so I'll pop that into the wood instead. Right, controversial choice. I'm gonna really go ham on wood. Really going in on the wood. So yeah, the wheat is less immediately pressing. Am I liking it? The game, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It was maybe a teensy bit intimidating at first, but it's not quite as complex as I thought it was gonna be from the outset. So yeah, I'm liking it a lot. It's very good. This is coming from a person that doesn't really do tower defense games. For tower defense veterans, I don't know if it would be, you know, boring at all for them necessarily, but I'm having a good time with it. Because I don't know, like, how it compares, like, depth-wise or complexity-wise compared to others. But since this is a kind of combined roguelike-y, roguelite-y, tower defense, city builder, city management, it's kind of a little bit of everything, honestly. But it's good. It good. It good game. And it is in its 1.0 state, by the way. It's not an early access game. I think it was in early access for a while, but I think it ticked over to 1.0 a month or 2 ago. What am I more concerned about for like the immediate future? Probably more stone. Probably more stone, so... Well, these, of course, these don't help with that. Although that does reduce the costs. Does reduce the costs, yeah. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Yeah, the gold one is not as big of a priority. Once we get another worker or 2, we'll pop those into the gold mine. We're getting a lot of wood next round. Whole lot of wood next round. Statistics-wise, the Fire Boys were the greatest damage dealers. Not by a ginormous margin, but they were the biggest damage dealers. And that damage over time probably really pops. Probably makes it pop. So I think for the second round in a row, we're going to say Volcano Mortar. Make it spicy. Make it real spicy. Generate gold on kill. It's only a 2% chance. That's pretty minimal. Can't give us more ships. Anything else that I would consider spending my 8 gold on? It would have to be a 5-point investment. 5 gold investment rather, because that's all I'm generating per turn, per round. We of course are getting a lot of wood this round. Oh, it looks like I already spent that one. Yeah, the 5 would be kind of a low-hanging fruit, obviously. Building upgrades. Oh, I should have bought that earlier. Let's just save up for that. Let's just save up for that. No other purchases here. I think we have enough to handle it. Oh. What is that exactly? An all-thing feast. 5 waves, your workers gain more productivity. That's good to know. I'm glad the game warned me about it, but that's only if you have an overabundance of wheat, and I'm about to spend that wheat next round. Is it every single gen? Yeah, it's weird that we have tower defense and roguelite, and I suppose roguelike as well, and city builder. City builder, city management. I guess city management, city building is about the same. Thereabouts. It's not early access. It's not open world survival craft. Open world survival crafting, that's like half the Steam library right there. That right there just nukes a whole swath of the library. Yeah, of course it is spawning from both, so we still have this fork no matter how you slice it. That's good. Ooh, good levels. Oh, boss! I didn't realize the boss was gonna happen. Oh, war horse. Oh wait, no, that's not you. There he is, Grimlock. I heard legends about this guy. Can I do the upgrades live? I guess I could do it live. Yeah, fuck it, we ball. But this guy. Can I do more damage? Probably more damage because the range is not the bestest. It's not the bestest. Just damage. I'm gonna spy on him, see how he's getting got. I appreciate that you can level up your if something is available for a level, you can apply the level before the round ends, which is nice. So you can get it live. Do it live. Now, I'm not too worried. Even if he tries to get through, I can lightning his ass. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I shouldn't have cast that one. He killed the game? He killed it! Oh, no! I shouldn't have cast that one. I thought he was gonna get got. Now we know, of course, that when a boss touches the base, you auto-die. I thought they would do, like, 10 damage or something. Boss touches the base, you do auto die. That's okay, that's okay. Got elevated masonry. We're elevated. Look at that, we're elevated. Cool. Alright, so the perks, yeah. Although I'd probably save up for more tower flavors. More tower flavors. It was unlucky. Well, it was my fault. I shouldn't have cast that other spell. You only get 2, by default, 2 energy slots, 2 spell slots. Well, you can cast the same spell twice, but you can only cast 2 spells per round, basically, by default. And I kind of misjudged how things were looking. I was like, oh, that boss is gonna get got. I can kill the smaller dudes easily with that auto kill button. But now I fucked up. I should have saved my charges and just done 2 electric shocks, 2 electric blasts. So that's on me. That's on me. Lessons were learned. Lessons were learned. That's just how it goes. But this is a cool game. Honestly, though, the timing kind of works out, though, because it is getting pretty late. We're past 2 a.m. We're past 2 a.m. Cool little game, though. I'm glad we tried this out. Sometimes it's nice to go a little bit outside the usual comfort zone. And yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad we played this because it's a good game. I can see why the reviews are so positive for this game. Sometimes that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes, like, you see a game that a lot of people are clearly enjoying, and you're like, I just don't know, man. Like, not usually the kind of thing I play. But sometimes there are surprises, and this is one such case. One such case where well, maybe it wasn't a surprise. I kind of knew I was gonna have a good time, but yeah, I'm glad we tried it. Glad we tried it. Take a chance on a game I really hadn't heard of before. And shoutouts to Lurkit. Lurkit was very generous. I didn't even request the game. They just sent it to me, and I was like, and that's not like that uncommon necessarily. If you're a streamer of really any consistency, you'll end up in situations where, yeah, review keys just kind of fall in your lap for games you've probably never heard of. And a lot of them, of course, are very, very indie projects. I hate to say this, but there's a lot of simulator slop, a lot of AI simulator slop out there that's a dime a dozen. Like those are, I don't want to sound dismissive, but I mean, you know, when you bring a game up on Steam and the like the profile, not profile picture, but like the thumbnail for the game is very clearly AI generated. And at the bottom they say, yeah, we use AI to generate assets and music and dialogue and blah 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 blah. It's like, oh my fucking god. So there's a lot of that kind of shit, which I don't have much patience for. But yeah, every once in a while, something like that will kind of land in your lap and you'll go, oh shit, this actually looks kind of sick. And this is one such case where it was a pretty good one. So I enjoyed it a lot. Enjoy a game you didn't expect to. It does happen. It does happen. I'd rather a game surprise me by enjoying it when I don't expect for much versus the opposite case where you have high hopes and then the game is just like, not what I was hoping, which does happen. Does happen, yeah. Yeah, good games flooded with the... Yeah, I mean... I'm sure a lot of those games aren't, you know, low effort. I'm sure work still went into them, but I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to play, much less stream a game that I just don't believe in, you know, and it's something that's just, that is obviously reeking of AI slop and asset flipping, that kind of thing. It's one thing if a game has an AI generated thumbnail or an AI generated logo. I don't love that. I don't love that. But at the same time, for indie games and indie developers, I know money is short, and ideally they'd have the resources to hire a graphic designer, hire an artist, or even just DIY it themselves and try something. But like, I get it. I get it when resources are light. Sometimes you gotta, you know, just throw caution to the wind and see what we can generate. So I try not to like be too judgmental about that. But like, past a certain point, even if I'm not judgmental about it, if I'm not feeling it, that's something. It's like that's the thing too. Like when you're streaming, you want to be enthusiastic about what you're playing. You want to be into it. You want to be excited. You want to get others excited about it too. You know, like it or not, whatever we're streaming, we are inevitably a brand ambassador for. So if we're streaming something and we're really phoning it in and it's forced and it feels artificial, I think a lot of times people can tell, like viewers can tell. So it's like, what are we doing here? So forcing that kind of thing is a great way to burn yourself out and make yourself miserable and make your audience kind of not feel it either. Because I think people can tell if you're not enjoying it and you're trying to like force it. Yeah, I think that's where that kind of human sense comes in. A lot of assets overused, yeah. And I try not to be dismissive. The game we just played, I suspect, was using, I think it was probably made in the Unity engine, and I suspect that game, the game we just played, Nordhold, was using assets that are like fairly readily available in the Unity asset store. I don't want to say that they're like, you know, default necessarily, but they're that kind of, for the characters, for the humans, that kind of like very like, what's the word for it? I don't know. Like it's a certain kind of polygonal, not voxels, but like a certain kind of polygonal aesthetic that are used for a lot of other indie games. There was one in particular we played a couple years ago, and the name escapes me. We got the demo for it and everything. What if I just do a search? Do a search for the demo. Would it show up? Raidborn. That was the one. We played Raidborn. And that one, here, I'll show it to you. You'll see exactly what I mean. Oh, and wouldn't you fucking know it? That was not their logo when I played the game. Hold on. Again, I don't make it sound like I'm dunking on anybody, because the developers for this game are really nice. Hold on, can I get this? Here, let's just restart the thing. So you can see, like, the statue right there. Yeah, like the people. It's like a certain, yeah, low poly, yes, but there's like a certain kind of like, it's like a certain, they almost look like they're made out, it's like they were, I don't know, crafted out of cardboard or something like that. It's a cool aesthetic and I like it, but this is a very common kind of aesthetic in a lot of, I think, Unity games. So, but this is a fun game. This is not to like say, yo, game bad because commonly used assets. Game's very fun. I liked Raidborn. And I would consider playing it again sometime, especially because there's been some updates. But what I will acknowledge is that was not their logo when I played. That was not their logo. So then, I don't know. My AI logo, my AI asset detection skills are not always the best. But I see that, I go, ooh, might be AI generated. But I try not to judge. I try not to judge. Making games is fucking hard, man. Making games is hard. It's expensive. So I have a hard time being too, assuming the worst when I see a little bit of AI utilization. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. A lot of the asset, yeah, for indie horror games, yeah, I hate to say it, but indie horror is pretty saturated with that for sure. What's up, Skior? They force themselves to play it, yeah. I mean, I of course there are the really popular streamers. There's the top 0.1% of streamers that get 10,000 plus views every time they stream, and some of them, yeah, they've made a name for themselves by streaming their one game or their one game type. And in those cases, yes, sometimes their audience is really centered around that one game type, and if they play something else, their numbers tank. And if that's their livelihood, then yeah, that kind of thing does happen. And like you said, Ace, yeah, it's not fun to watch. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I'd much rather watch someone play something out of pocket that they're enjoying versus the old fucking grind. But the numbers are, of course, hard to lie or hard to ignore. It's clearly people like you and me are in the minority because thousands of other people are gung-ho to watch somebody really, really popular play the same old game, even if it's something that they're, if you can tell they're not feeling it. I don't know, somehow the audience does stick around for that. And of course, some of that is a rotating, it's not the same people every time, but it's a dedication, man, for sure. Don't really like the assets. It's a specific asset pack. Yeah, that's exactly it, Ares. It's exactly it. The asset pack is very prevalent, very prevalent for sure. A lot of the horror ones have the same thing. Yeah, I'm with you. That kind of thing. I mean, it can be fun if there's like other twists or other cool features. But yeah, there's a lot of indie games that I hate to say it, but yeah, do kind of that's about where that diversity extend, or that's where it stops, I guess. It's a common complaint. Yeah, there's great ones out there, but there's a lot you have to drudge through. Yeah, the bargain bin, you have to, maybe not, I shouldn't say bargain bin, that sounds dismissive, but yeah, you have to claw through a lot of stuff to get through to the gems, obviously. So yeah, it is Unity. Yeah, so it is Unity. I had a feeling. I didn't think it was the Unreal Engine. I didn't think it was Unreal. Yeah. Yeah, the polygon, the low poly, kind of cardboardy looking phases. And I like the aesthetic. That's the problem. I think it's cool, but it's everywhere. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, and it's even called Polygon. Well, there you go.